think I'm
That's a
live.
worry of yours, Bradley.
What? What are you talking about?
Me being racist.
Dude,
Or is it that I've changed, or is it that the landscape has changed?
I don't know. Maybe less people around you calling you out for saying something stupid. You need people keeping you honest.
No, you do. But I have one of my good friends that moved to Japan is pretty liberal.
I got canceled by Sphere Hunter anyways.
What's Sphere Hunter?
Susie Sphere Hunter. You never seen her YouTube videos? She does like Resident Evil, Capcom stuff. Whatever. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's just say she did a review for Lifeline. Lifeline? And she featured.
Like 10 years ago?
No, she did it like recently.
No, but the video clip from yours from 10 years ago?
You mean more like 15 to. Yeah. Yeah, featured in that video. Not in a positive light.
What? Why? You didn't even say nothing in that video. Right?
Look, man. Let's not go. Don't worry about it.
Is that that's not good anymore?
Look, man. We were playing it fast and loose back then.
The only time I've ever felt bad. This is recording.
We're live. We're live.
The only time I have ever felt bad. I'm looking here, but I need to look up there. The only time I have ever felt bad for something we did was the one time at Anime Matsuri when we did the panel in front of like a room full of people, and we were playing old clips off of YouTube, and we got to like Brad gets clean with the iPad or whatever. Is that what it was? And you're like showering the iPad one?
Yeah.
Foam in his face. And
Yeah.
there was like a daughter who had brought her two parents with her. And
Were we watching that clip?
it was that or like something like Jonathan Blow or something like that. But it was just so, and then like we were like, it wasn't that bad. For the internet, it was not that bad. But it was the fact that some girl brought her two parents to our panel to check us out, and then like they were like, "Yeah, we're getting out of here," and they got up and they walked out in the middle of the panel. That's the one time, I'm not even feeling bad about the content. I felt bad for the girl because she was probably like, "Mom and Dad, let's check out these guys from the internet. I really like them. They're cool." And then, sure enough,
Well, the Lifeline clip was, me trying to get it to work, and I was swapping out R's and L's. Come on. It was a little questionable.
no, what? As an Asian person who spends a lot of
No, you can't.
fucking hilarious. It made perfect sense. It is the limitations of the technology. The technology was not. It was developed by Japanese people. Of course, they quality tested with Japanese people. And the fact that you were smart enough to pick up on that, and then it actually worked, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, dude. You get the Asian pass, dude.
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that's how it works.
That is how it works.
Okay, whatever. We need to start talking about Final Fantasy. But I got 4 new toys today. 2.
I'm not recording any of this right now.
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, you need me to record at some point, right?
Oh, the audio? Yeah, but
Yeah.
When we start talking about
Okay,
Final Fantasy,
when we actually start.
I just want to show and tell. Because I ordered 2 random monsters. Oh, here. I got a Garangolm and a
Monsters.
Almadron. Well, this is
Wait,
Magma
what am I
Almadron.
looking at? I'm looking.
It's hard to tell.
I'm like, why is this so off? The camera is here, and why am I looking over there? What the fuck?
Anyways, I just
What
got
if I do this?
a couple of
Is that
monsters
better?
off eBay, right? I think they were 12 and 15, I think. Anyways, randomly, I got them in the mail. I was expecting these, though. I just ordered them. And randomly I come home and Malia's like, "Hey, I got you a present," and she never buys me shit randomly. Never, ever, ever, ever does she just buy me shit randomly. And they were 2 fucking Palico blind boxes.
This is
Tigrex,
Monster Hunter
Palico.
shit.
Yeah, Monster Hunter shit. But I'm saying like,
That didn't register to me till now.
I'm saying like, what a coincidence though. She never buys me shit, and the random day I get 2 little monsters from eBay, she also just randomly bought me 2 Palicos. That shit was crazy.
Am I supposed to feel sad?
Sad?
Yeah, because you said she never buys you stuff. I mean,
No. I don't. I mean, no. I mean, that's good. That's a good thing. She doesn't buy me shit. Well, you
I don't
know.
know.
No, that's a
really
good
sad.
thing. Anyways,
You guys, are you still You talked about how hyper fertile you are.
Jesus fucking Christ, David, shut the fuck up. Can we talk about Final Fantasy?
I'm just saying, you're not gonna accidentally have another kid.
No, I got fixed, dude. I got spayed.
Really?
I got spayed and neutered.
Spayed and neutered.
Yeah. I got.
No, but I just remember you mentioning once that like we weren't even trying, and somehow my boys got through. I think I'm super fertile or something.
No, it wasn't that we weren't trying. We were like, do you want to have another kid?
The first time you tried,
Yeah.
you're 1 for 1 or 2 for 2.
Yeah, we were like on the fence about another kid, and we were like, fuck it, let's just leave it to fate. And then it was like immediately, and we're like, oh wow.
So you don't believe that says fate?
No.
You don't believe it as fate?
No.
Because you know how I feel about that.
Yeah, no, and I definitely don't. We don't see eye to eye on stuff like that. Anyways, can we fucking talk?
You and me, or what? Or you and Mother?
I went to Chick-fil-A. They have a new item. Did you know?
Was it the pimento burger?
No, chicken and waffles.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
it was.
They have chicken and waffles at
Gross.
Okay, so it's recording now.
You're doing a local recording or your microphone recording? I mean.
Yeah.
All right. Test. I gotta
remember to.
That's loud.
I gotta remember to download this to my computer. Though.
I don't. The thing is, I don't combine all these tracks. That's some Nick shit. So I don't. I mean.
You have a local audio recording too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine. So
and
just give me,
there's the stream.
Give me my local audio recording, and I'll have my audio recording.
The stream is just capturing Discord.
In case we have some problems. And both video files are pretty big.
Yeah. Hey, how
It's not like small by side, right? It's like big.
They're side by side, but that's as big as they're gonna get on the same screen.
Well, you can't put them above and below so they like fit up more of the screen.
It's not gonna do anything. You want to overlay? You mean whip you up an overlay?
No, not overlay. Just like make the video size as big as possible, and you're making sure you can record it like at a decent quality, right?
Man, I'm not the guy to ask that stuff, man. It is what it is. It is streaming at 1920 by 1080.
Oh, let me see what the recording looks like. Yeah, I'll see what your stream looks like, and then we can go from there. That'll work.
I mean, my video recording is always my fucking webcam sucks ass. Like if it's not really bright, and I never have it bright in here.
It, and then he was at like 480p. I got a shitty thing, and he didn't have an audio recording because his audio recording stopped like as soon as he started it. So I had to rip some crappy thing off of him for him. Damn it, these fucking ads suck, dude.
Yeah, they're bad. Should be a fucking sub, dude.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's okay.
The hammer.
It's not perfect, but yeah.
It's not perfect.
You're still showing me your Monster Hunter thing though from back then.
I just held it up.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay, because I thought that was from earlier.
I'm showing people in chat. Yo, okay. It's Magma Almudron.
Yeah, I think we're good.
You said you took notes. Do you have like an outline of the order? I was just gonna.
I had a conversation.
Save the story stuff, I guess. Talk about the game first, and then.
Sure. I had a conversation with AI about my thoughts.
Oh my god.
organize it all into the notes.
No.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
No,
You didn't clap.
no, I just hit record. I just hit record. Okay.
All right, let me restart my recording so it's easier for me to find this stuff.
Do you really clap?
Yeah.
We don't clap anymore. I don't know. Nick
do.
does this thing where he tells me to say my name and I do that. I don't know. He doesn't sync it up the way that we used to. Oh.
I'm old.
Oh, do you know why? Because claps get filtered out on.
Oh, they do now, huh?
Yeah.
No problem. 1, 2, 3. Wow, you're way behind on my video, but okay.
Whatever, dude. Okay.
So let's start it up.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to 4-Player Podcast, weekly top 5 podcast.
No.
What would you used to do?
Weekly top 5 video game podcast. We're talking about the
I had
top
somebody,
5 babes of Final Fantasy 7.
Are babes allowed anymore? I thought that was
not
allowed in modern
we
day.
don't. They're not babes. No, they're well-developed characters now, man. These are layered characters. Except maybe Yuffie, I don't know.
I had a joke. I just want you to know I had a joke, but I didn't make it.
Thank you.
I'm worried about how you and your audience might.
Me and my audience. Well, you and your audience can love that joke in your own time, bro.
Anyways,
you and Colin Moriarty or whoever the fuck you're talking to.
I don't know Colin Moriarty too well.
Whatever, dude. What are we talking about here, man?
Final Fantasy. Oh, well, by the way, before we get into this.
What?
Are we talking about Ocarina of Time remaster?
No. Oh.
Are we officially announcing that?
Oh, talking about the remake. I mean the
remake.
Yeah, but that's months from now, right? I don't even know. Like, is that remake still coming out this year?
I don't know.
It's weird, right? It's like almost September. We've not even shown it. But Star Fox was like super. They were like, boom, this exists. Boom, it's out. So who knows?
And you like Star Fox? Did you enjoy that?
I mean, I did like anybody. I don't know. I played like through 3 different routes and was like, yeah, it's Star Fox 64. I mean, that's what you do, so right? You
just play the 3. I like first tried it all the way through the hard path.
Yeah, it's easy. So. Well, no. It was the final dogfight level with.
Yeah, that was difficult.
Yeah,
I did die a bunch of that.
Yeah. But otherwise, the game's still really easy.
That was the one time where I was like, oh, okay, I might not be able to pull this off.
I was just doing it wrong. You can't use charge shots on them. You gotta spam your shit.
That's awesome, dude. You're drinking from Chick-fil-A.
Hey,
what do you?
Shut the.
You reminded me of the old. Bro, take a sip from your Chick-fil-A glass real quick.
I want to talk about.
I know, but I just want a video of you taking a sip. But hold it up so you can see the cup. I'm not trying, maybe not so much.
You already got the video. I've already done it on video. I'll do it more.
I know, but you held it up sideways. Just get it up and take a sip from it.
No.
Because you.
No. Shit. Anyways, what are you doing? You're recording?
Yeah, I am, but just my work just called me.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you need to take a call?
No, because if I do, then I'm gonna have to stop the recording. So let's go.
Whoa, Final Fantasy 7. You've never played the original?
Me? No, I played up to where remake stops, and then I stopped after, and then played remake, and then I always meant to go and play more of the rebirth stuff, but then when I found out that it was gonna go in its own direction and do its own thing, I just kind of didn't play it.
You seem like the kind of guy who would have watched someone play the original game, right?
No.
You're a watcher, dude.
Never.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
I've never watched a person play a game.
I don't
play myself.
You fucking liar, dude.
What are you talking about? I never do.
You're a liar.
I haven't even gone back and watched the multiple different dates for the different people in this game because I would just play it myself.
Anyways.
But I have no interest. I have no interest in dating Tifa or Aerith or Barrett or Kate Sith.
Well, what about Yuffie?
I did. Well, I dated her in real life, so.
Okay.
I experienced that. I actually lived that.
Okay. Hey, question. Are we going to talk about remake at all or just rebirth?
What's up to you? Whatever.
You played remake for the first time By the way, I'm getting over a cold, so I'm might be a little snotty. Um, you played remake for the first time, like sort of before this one, or you played it back when it came out?
First came out.
Okay, okay. And you played the Yuffie DLC, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
Correct.
And then Rebirth. I guess we're here to talk about Rebirth. I mean, but can you briefly
Rebirth, and I think
give me your
yeah, I
thoughts
think
on remake?
on remake. I mean, I played through remake. I think I didn't like a lot of the story stuff seemed really stupid. It was like really like drawn out. I remember there was a part where Cloud and Eris were like running through, like trying to get back to town or whatever. Oh, I almost fell off this bridge or this ladder here. Help me up! And okay, then let's stop here and look off the bridge together. And then they went to the hand grabber part where you had to like.
Yeah, it's all extended. But
yeah,
but dude, like
it was
character
best part of the
development,
interaction
character
stuff.
development.
You like that?
Dude, I think that one of the best parts of these games is how much like more fleshed out the characters are. Like if you go back to play Final Fantasy VII, they're like nothing characters.
No, sure. But what I would say going into Rebirth, and it's on my notes specifically, is that the best parts. I mean, it's the best. These characters are like 30 years old, and they still hold up. The characters still hold up.
Yeah.
They're the draw and the most important part of the game.
But they're actually better here because they're like well, like acted and like they're more fleshed out. Like there's more interactions.
You played in English too, right?
Yeah. What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, I like the Japanese voice acting, but I still think it's not great. Like when you say the characters are fleshed out,
Yeah, flesh.
When you say they're fleshed out, you're telling me like Cloud made sense to you in this game?
I didn't say he
Like,
made sense, but like there's
his
more.
motivations were clear.
No. Look, the story's a fucking mess, dude. But there's more there's small moments between characters throughout the entire
like
game.
high five, right? Where in the first game, Eris keeps trying to give Cloud a high five.
Shit like that, yeah.
And then the one time he goes to give her a high five,
or like all the Tifa and Eris stuff where they're like
yeah, but that
talking about
is that the important part of Final Fantasy VII? Like for me,
I'm saying like that's one of the few things that I like that they did in these remakes coming from the original game. I want to be clear here at the top. I love Final Fantasy VII, the original. I think this whole project, the remakes, have like a lot of problems. And
of course,
a lot of problems. And I view this as like completely like mishandled. Like it's not the way I would have approached these remakes.
Good. Okay,
and,
we're in agreement.
And the story, especially by the end of Rebirth, is a fucking disaster. And I'm just sad and frustrated that.
Yes.
And I'm worried about where it's gonna go.
Yeah, it was done for. It's screwed. The best. Can I give it? Let me ask you a question. Did you or did you not like Star Wars: The Last Jedi?
The Last Jedi? I like The Last. I want to be clear here. I'm not a big Star Wars guy anymore.
But you liked where Last Jedi went with the story. You liked the things that happened.
Which part? Where
Last Jedi is the
Luke is
one.
grumpy or whatever.
Yeah, Luke is grumpy, and he like magically appears himself on the dust planet, and then he just dies magically 8 million miles away.
I like that movie.
Mary Poppins, Princess Leia, where she like gets blown out the.
Look, man,
the blast door.
Maybe you're remembering the worst parts of it, but I remember coming out of that movie going, yeah, sure. It wasn't like the third one, which I fucking hated, and
the third one was terrible because the second one basically just shifted everything and they tried to course correct and like make things make sense.
No, 3 was just fucking bad. But you also gotta understand, I'm not like I'm not a lore guy, right? I don't care like, oh, that doesn't make sense, and they have to do this now because that only makes sense for the story. I'm never like that kind of guy, right? I just want like cool scenes and cool shots,
What?
and yeah, I've always been that way.
Who are you, dude? You know, somebody. What's that? Mulholland Drive, right? That's one of your like the movies that you liked a lot.
Yeah, yeah, I love that movie.
I know this guy who watched that movie recently because you said you liked it.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, Brad said you liked that movie. I probably need to go watch that.
yeah. Who? I mean, I don't like casually recommend that movie to people. In fact, I tell people you need to at least have watched it a couple of times to even know what the fuck is going on. I love that movie, but it is not a, I watched it when I was in college and I watched it like 18 times or whatever, the first time I watched it, it was in theaters and I came out and I was like, dude, what the fuck? But I remember like, it was like super, like it was crazy. Like the music and the audio and like the whole experience was very like, whoa, what just happened? And, I saw it like a couple more times in theaters. But whatever. What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about?
I'm saying that rebirth. Oh, shit, man. How are we gonna rebirth? Right, rebirth.
Yeah.
Rebirth has set stuff in motion where I'm on the border of not playing the next one because I just don't see it. I have no confidence in them even trying to explain any of what happened.
Yeah. Can we? But do we start with this though? Do we start with this?
No, we don't. That's fine.
Let's not start with this. Let's not start.
We could talk about the stuff.
We're in agreement, but like our disagreement is going to be like what we show up for. For the people who show up for the main story, and they're disappointed, I get it because I am too. And I liked to wrap up Remake. I liked that game. I put it on my top 10 list. But the final like act of that Remake, the first one. But the final act of that, man, shut the fuck up.
I didn't say anything.
You're making faces.
Because Remake is dog doo doo. You really like the
I don't know what you're doing.
Dancing in the darn tornado.
Yeah, dude.
Pressing the buttons.
No, because
triangle.
No. I like it. See, I was worried. No. Shut up and listen. Final Fantasy VII is a weird ass game. It's a weird ass game where you do weird ass shit, right? I was worried going into the remake that it was going to be all the grim, dark Nomura or like emo, like melodramatic bullshit that Final Fantasy became and everything else that came after the original game. I'm talking like the fucking movie and like Crisis Core and the Vincent game and everything related to Final Fantasy became stupid and dark and lame. And I hate that because the original Final Fantasy VII is weird and it's goofy and it has strange mini games and Cloud goes snowboarding and like it had all this weird shit. So when Remake was doing weird stuff like Cloud dancing, it's like, oh no, they get it. They get that this still has to be weird and silly and goofy at times because that's what Final Fantasy VII is. So
okay.
Yeah.
I guess let you finish. Sure.
So I'm glad that stuff was there because that's what it was like in the original.
I'm okay with the goofy shit, okay? I'm okay with the snowboarding and the mini games, but I feel like there's not a good time for any of it, especially in
that's how it was in the original. You went snowboarding after Eris died. You went snowboarding. I swear to God, that's like the first thing you do after Eris died.
That's stupid. That's not good.
No, that's the original game.
No, but so what? You can't tell me that, okay, that's how it happened in the original game, so we should keep it this way.
But it's a fucking remake. Okay, but in terms of like...
You went snowboarding after Eris died. Yeah. That's the best fucking quote I've ever heard.
It's true, though. Games. That's true. And think about like the fucking Dine. Remember Dine and like all the dramatic shit with Barrett and like his past. And like, as soon as that's over, you go to fucking Golden Saucer, right? Isn't that...
I don't remember. I don't know.
Like, and you start doing all that goofy ass shit. It's always been like that. And I'm glad. I was worried that because everything else that came after the original game, they kind of got rid of all that stuff. And it became, like the really bad, like Kingdom Heartsy shit, right? Like
Oh, I mean,
can a
it's getting
monster
more Kingdom
dream?
Heartsy, dude.
Can a
It's
monster dream?
getting more Kingdom
I know,
Heartsy.
and
It's
that's my
definitely for
problem.
sure.
That's my problem, right? Like the last act of Final Fantasy VII Remake started to worry me because it started to go really Kingdom Hearts, and I was like, just if they can like control themselves a little bit, this is okay, but like it still needs to be.
Remind me with remake. Remind me. Okay, so you escape Shinra. You're leaving. You fight that giant thing on the freeway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then doesn't like after you beat that, doesn't Sephiroth show on the freeway and then like pull you into some like
Yeah,
alternate dimension
in the
where you're fighting
remake,
Sephiroth?
in the remake.
Yeah, and that's where it ends, right?
No,
And then
the
Sephiroth
original,
disappears.
introduction of Sephiroth is like amazing because you don't see him until I think
No,
like a long time. I think when you're on the ship to
no, sure.
Junon, right? But
No, no.
everyone's referring to him, and you see like the bodies in his wake, and everyone's talking about him, and like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like great build up to a villain. In this game, you're seeing his dumbass like from the start.
Oh, that's absolutely the worst part for me in this.
Yeah,
Is that they cannot leave. What is it with this guy? Like at this point, it's been 25 years, 20 years. It's been 20 years
almost 30
of
years.
one winged angel.
Yeah,
They have to sneak that fucking
Yeah.
song in every game. Doesn't matter what game it is.
yeah, but whatever.
Some way
Whatever.
somehow.
It's iconic. The problem is like that Square Enix is obsessed with that character, and again, everything else related to Final Fantasy VII, he's all over the fucking place, right? And it's not it's annoying, right? Like
It is.
the extended universe of Final Fantasy VII sucks ass, and I was
It
worried
does.
that stuff was going to start seeping back into this remake, and it does here and there. But like the first game still felt a little like restrained, right? Like I didn't expect it to.
I know, but so when you say goofy, right? You remember the time when like they're gonna drop the plate
Yeah,
on Sector 7?
yeah.
And then you're like, oh, let me change to Eris, and Eris is it Eris or Tifa? It's one of those two, and you have to go get Marley.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, excuse me, guys.
Marley.
Excuse me. It's like there's no like real sense of urgency. I just feel like this game, especially in Rebirth, a remake, I don't remember so much, but I feel like there's so much back and forth tonal shifting.
Yeah.
Like I can never take the story seriously when it should be serious. It's fine to have the goofy stuff, but like I don't need Yuffie to trip over herself running into the like fight a boss like and you're as much as I like Yuffie, I'm like, dude, just like give it a rest for a second so I can actually like
But
get into the.
Yuffie's a goofy ass character, even in the
I know, and
original.
that's fine. That's fine when you go to the Golden Saucer and she's doing her dance with Macho Man and he like flexes pecs and then she's like, aha, like that's fine in that point, right?
Yeah.
But I don't need her to like Sephiroth is like grabbing the black materia and she's like, "That's my black materia." I
Yeah.
love big black materia.
But 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 in the original, the Black Materia scene was fucking Kate Sith showing up, and like it was goofy as fuck in the original. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
And so that makes for those things the game becomes less of a problem for you. Like, cause that ultimately brings me to the question is like, who is this game for? Who is Rebirth for?
Well,
Is it
it's funny you
is it
say that
supposed to be for people? Funny I say that
because I think it has a like the remake is one thing, right? The remake was for everyone because they were like, hey, a new beginning.
Well, remake was a smoke show, and you pulled the rug out for people because people were thinking they were getting a whole remake of Final Fantasy VII, and then it's
but
kind of like
clarified.
Well, I mean, my
sense.
brother, you can ask him. He specifically
He didn't know that Snape killed Dumbledore, and I told him like years after that meme was a thing. I don't know. He was playing WoW or something.
He bought Fantasy VII remake thinking it was going to be a remake.
No one
He
did.
was into the game. He was like, "Wait, dude, like I'm like 20 hours in. How are they going to fit the rest of this game in? And what's up with these ghosts, David?" And I was like,
Did he play Rebirth?
No,
Oh,
he didn't. He got to the end of remake and was like, ugh, and then was like, I don't know what's going on, David, and he put it down. And then since then, he literally came back yesterday, drove 20 something hours from Mexico, and then we just had dinner. And he's like, "What are you doing now? What do you have at 8:30?" I was like, "I got to record with Brad a podcast." You're recording with Brad? I was like, "Yeah, we're going to talk about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth." he's like, oh, it's pretty funny. But he
Oh,
thought Final Fantasy VII Remake was a remake of Final Fantasy VII. He wanted to play through it, you know. He wanted to play Fort Condor. He wanted to play, you know, all that stuff.
yeah.
And he was like, "What's up with these ghosts? What does this mean?" And I was like, you want me to tell you, or you want to play it and find out yourself?"
Dude, the
And then
ghosts
he
had
just kinda stopped.
potential in the first game. Dude,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Just like the first Star Wars movie, it wasn't amazing, but it at least set up some interesting, you know, timeline. Who is Snoke? Ray is
You're talking
whose
about Force
daughter?
Awakens?
Yeah, Force Awakens. Ray is whose daughter? All right,
I
we gotta go find Luke Skywalker. Take this map to him and find out where he is. What planet he's staying on.
can't.
And in the second movie, they just basically threw out all the window. Zach's running down the hallway like, gotta get to which path do I take? Do I
Who's
take
Zach?
the one?
Who's Zach?
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 Zach's.
I don't want to talk about. Oh wait, you're talking about Zach from Rebirth.
Yeah, there's only
I
one
thought you were
Zach,
still talking about Star Wars.
No, I'm talking about Zach's.
You just said Snow. Oh, I hate Zach. See, all the people who love Zach, that's everything I hate about Final Fantasy.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay, I'm gonna hold off. I'm not gonna say that stuff. Keep going.
Okay.
So we're talking about what we liked about this game.
So I came out of Rebirth like pretty frustrated with the game. Like it's way.
I put it down. I looked at it. I put it down for a year and a half.
To
The
me,
last time I played it was January of 2025.
Can I get? Yeah, I know. I want to touch on character development again because I've sort of like had this rant elsewhere, right? But I feel like I thought there was a lot of potential with Final Fantasy VII, like the remake, right? With the ghosts and like, hey, we're like, is this even a remake or is this like, you know, like the whole like
I mean, that was the big question.
the
at the end of
meta,
the remake.
yeah,
It's now that the ghosts are involved, how does this change things for the future? Could
yeah.
somebody actually survive instead of dying?
Exactly, right?
And
Like I feel like
I was down for that. I remember when you sold me that on the podcast.
Okay.
I was like, oh, yeah, that does make sense. And this is why I was into Rebirth.
Yeah.
It's like, well, let's just see what interesting choices are they going to make. I remember there's a part in Rebirth where I'm like, oh, I think they're actually going to do something different because Tifa gets slashed at by Cloud and then falls in the water and then gets eaten by a whale. And I was like, that's stupid, but at least it's different.
Yeah.
But then immediately within the next 5 minutes, it's like right back to normal again.
No. Yeah. They have a real problem with committing to anything. But so I'll say everything in Rebirth following the main story. I thought we weren't going to talk about the story right away, but that's fine. Or maybe let's talk about the game. What is crazy when Rebirth came out, or like after playing Remake, everyone was like, well, how are they going to do like the actual open world once you leave Midgar? Like it didn't seem possible. Like what are you talking about? There's no way you spent like all this time in Midgar and now you're going to make a whole world with like all these places that we remember. There's no fucking way. And like
to flesh it all out and actually design the towns and design the world.
And when you look at what they did, what they accomplished, and like the time it took to develop this game, which surprisingly was not that long, because I think Remake came out in 2020 and Rebirth came out in 2024, right? 24?
Maybe because I got picked it up earlier, right? I put it down.
It's like 3 to 4 years, and they did this. It seemed crazy, right? Like I thought it was like shockingly like ambitious. Like I couldn't believe how big the game actually was, how much shit they actually put in there, how they really did have all of the stuff that Final Fantasy VII had, but in like the rest of disc 1 and 2 and all that stuff. Like it seemed crazy, or mostly just, through disc 1, right? It seemed crazy, right? Like, oh, they actually have all these big open areas. They filled them with stuff and like side quests and mini games and all these like weird scenes, minus like chocobo racing and stuff, right? Like they had all that stuff there, like the haunted hotel and like it seemed unbelievable. They didn't have like chocobo breeding or whatever, but who knows? Maybe they'll bring that into the third one. And from the scale like perspective and like the wow factor, like it really did kind of impress. Even though like it was a lot of like smoke and mirrors trying to pull off a quote unquote open world, still some of that stuff still blows my mind, especially once you get the ship, the boat, right?
Hmm. You're in the ocean,
And you're in
sailing
the
around.
ocean, and you're like, and you can actually just sail seamlessly to the other areas. It
Yeah, it's
seems
pretty cool.
like
No, I mean,
voodoo magic. It seems
I am
impossible.
pretty impressed about that kind of stuff. I mean, Gun Gaga is kind of a pain in the ass to
Oh
navigate
yeah,
with too.
terrible, terrible, terrible. But the fact
But
that like apparent like through like magic that stuff was really connected, and when you were like flying around and stuff, it just seemed crazy, right? The fact that you can like never get like a full view of Midgar, but like knowing that like a full city from that original game was more or less supposedly attached to that world, they did a lot of clever things to kind of hide that, but to make the world feel like it was kind of the scale of what you not just
yeah, I
remembered,
mean,
but
some
like
of the
kind
stuff
of
is visually
dreamed of,
impressive.
right?
I remember in the Yuffie DLC when you first jumped into Yuffie and then you look up and you see the big plate that
Yeah,
fell and you see the
yeah,
sky and the
yeah,
it looks like the underside of one of those like Independence Day ships.
yeah.
You know, it is pretty. It's impressive. It is, but I mean, the world is filled with so much stuff. I mean, you really
A lot of it's
enjoy.
annoying.
You didn't do a lot of the side quest, right? Because I pretty
No,
much
I
did all
did
of it.
I did early on. I did early on.
You did all the
Eventually,
Chadley like.
eventually. Well, see, that's part of it, right? Like that shit got really fucking annoying, and
No, it's
I think
the
in the
fact that he has.
last few areas, I kind of stopped doing everything because it got really tedious, and like
Sure.
some of that stuff was fucking annoying. Some of that stuff was fleshed out way more than it needed to be. Like fucking Costa del Sol, which you were in for just like 10 minutes in the original game. Like you're in
Uh,
but in this one, you're like driving around on segways and stuff. It's so weird. Some of the parts where they
did you do
decided,
all of the Johnny's hotel stuff? That's the one thing I
yeah.
forgot to go back and do.
I started all that stuff. I don't remember. I mean,
So
truth.
someone in chat asked if Chad Louis was in the original, but he's just like
No, no, no,
he's like the battle simulator guy, right? You walk up to him and you're like, "Hey, I'd like to do the
no.
battle
He's talking
simulator
about
stuff."
in the original Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, in the original Fantasy.
No,
No,
no.
yeah.
Charlie fucking sucked, dude. He made doing stuff out in the open world miserable because he kept
Yeah.
interrupting you. It's so
Yeah.
bad, so terrible.
Hey, this is Chadley. And I'm like, and then he couldn't just call. He had to call you, and then you had to pull out
Yeah,
your
no,
phone.
it was absolutely awful. So I don't know why they did that.
And also the thing is like, he also didn't play into the story at all because you would think that like at the end of Rebirth when you're the Temple of Ancients, he'd be the one like giving you all the messages or all the info or like, oh, let me get this data, but he like you never hear from him like that entire time.
Yeah, he's miserable. Because otherwise, I kind of enjoyed like doing stuff in the world, but
I did too.
it was all
I did okay.
just. I mean, I don't think it's like great, but it's better than it really is better than I thought it was going to be.
Well, a lot of it's just a lot of it could just be fixed by being streamlined a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you just, like oh you messed up, okay, then just like hit a button and restart and do this chocobo flight thing again. But you
I
have to like fast travel here and then run
yeah,
back over there.
I remember being very annoyed too that you can't just like explore the world like raw. You kind of have to like follow the quest lines, otherwise you're just wasting your fucking time. Because I remember like spending like as soon as you get like a chocobo that can like walk up cliff sides and stuff, I explored that whole mountainous area and I'm like there was like stuff here, but like it's mostly
You can't
empty.
activate it.
And I
Yeah.
knew as soon as like I had like a side quest, I was just gonna come back here and I was like, man, I just wasted my fucking time. It felt
Yeah,
really
okay.
annoying.
I remember
Um,
that.
but like if you committed to doing a lot of that stuff, I mean, like some of it was like surprisingly well developed. Like the Fort Condor stuff, I can't believe they made that into like a whole multi like
Fort
quest
Condor's
line.
good, but the other one is not. The
Which
slime one? The one where you had the three things and you had the slimes all like running at you and you had to like electrocute them.
I don't remember. You know, I think it's around Cosmo Canyon where I decided to stop doing all the side stuff, mostly because I heard it got bad. Some of that stuff got really bad, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna.
You did the Gongaga one where like the lady's trying to like fry you up some chicken and you had to use a chicken lure to pull the chicken back to her coop for her.
And she like
And you're okay with that?
No. Like most of that stuff was infuriating. I even gave up on the card game, which I thought was like.
Oh, I did all of Queen's Blood.
I mean, I like Queen's Blood, but it got really. Even that got. Everything was just too long, too much. And it was all kind of building to. So like, even though I hated the main storyline in this game. Every time there was like black robed guys showing up, I was like, "What is this shit? It's so bad.
Yeah!
That stuff is so bad.
So bad.
It's so bad." And
bad.
what's
And
that one
like,
dude? His name was like Sean or
Tokyo.
something. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Sean?
Like an Organization 13 member or something.
He's not the motorcycle guy.
No.
The guy was like, "Oh, it's a battle of manliness. We have to fight each other. Oh, I know you have all your friends with you, but let's do a one-on-one battle amongst men."
No, I mean that dude's annoying, and I don't get it.
Oh, you're talking about Sean, the blonde-haired guy that
Greg?
just turned into Sephiroth all of a sudden,
God.
And then Rufus shot him, and he went. Ah.
All of the original stuff that's tied to the main story sucks ass in this. It sucks ass.
Oh, it's all the original stuff.
No. The new stuff that they made, like original, like the new stuff that they made for the main storyline.
It's like that goddamn new song that they added into Aladdin, where Princess Jasmine sings about being a freaking leader, being a strong, independent woman.
I know how you feel about independent women, David. So
I like
the
Japanese submissive women.
We know, dude. Shut up.
That's right, exactly. Shut up. Let the men talk.
We're just not nostalgic for that song. That's why we hated that song.
No, that was terrible. You said it too. 5 years ago, you said it on a podcast. That song was terrible. Me and Malia were laughing at that shit in the middle of the theater. Like, what is going on?
No, that song does suck.
Did she just disintegrate all the troops?
But I mean, that whole movie sucked. That whole movie sucked. What are we talking about?
All the new stuff is bad.
Yeah, because it's not well done. I'm not anti like them doing new stuff, because I think the new, like the smaller moments, the character moments, where they're just like hanging out or talking to each other, I think that stuff is well done. I like that stuff.
No.
Yeah, because I think those characters and like their takes on those characters, the fleshing out of those characters, that stuff is good in Remake. It's when they get into like the main storyline and the Sephiroth stuff and the black robe dudes and the multiverse shit or whatever the fuck is happening in the game. That's where it starts to suck, because like the sense of like actually having like a team of like a party of people, progressing through the story, that stuff's good. Like, it's good. I like the little moments. Like, it's been a while since I played the game, and it's been a while since you probably played that stuff too, because where you left off, the rest was just kind of like main story, right? You were like at the end.
I feel like I remember a lot of it,
but just the people hanging out, that stuff was cool.
I don't know. I feel like there's other games that do it much better.
Like what? Like a Tales game?
Mass Effect,
Tales
or
of?
like
Yeah, but I mean that,
or Dragon Age.
No, but I'm saying like that stuff was kind of up to that quality of just characters, saying goofy stuff. Like, like maybe the writing was a little bit cheesy, right, with some of that stuff, but it was endearing, like Yuffie singing lyrics to her theme song. It's just silly, right? But it fit that character. Damn, sorry.
No problem.
Well, tell me what you don't like about that stuff.
But the character stuff, right?
Yeah, it made me care about these characters again. Like, I feel like me caring about the story and the characters from the original is partly nostalgia. It wasn't like the deepest game in the world, but I thought they like modernized it in a way. They weren't all just like they tried to make these characters into more of characters, and I think they were successful at that.
I don't even think that was necessary, right?
No, absolutely it was, dude. In 1997, there were nothing characters.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to go. Maybe my recollection of these characters is not the Final Fantasy VII PS1 recollection. It's all the stuff since then. Because you remember,
That's what
I was a big
sucks.
Nintendo nerd back then.
Yeah.
And as much as I only knew about Final Fantasy VII through like the telling from other people, or like going to somebody's house, somebody popping in their Final Fantasy disc and go, "Oh, check this out, check this, I'm gonna show you the ending of Final Fantasy VII," and then they pop it in and cast Knights of the Round 8 times in a row, and then they're fighting Sephiroth, and the meteor comes down, and they stop it? Do they not stop it? And then they show like the Red 13s running around, and Midgar's still there, but it's covered in grass, and look how cool it is! Look at this motorcycle scene where Cloud and Tifa, this big boob girl's walking around.
Yeah,
Like,
but they made like Tifa and Aerith and Jesse even like good compelling characters. Yes.
Who are you and what have you done with Jesse? You actually give a shit about her?
She was literally a nothing character before.
And as she should stay, no?
No, but like you know the part in the remake where you're like going through her neighborhood and stuff. It's like, wow, they actually like
and then
give
she
a shit.
dies, right? But then she doesn't die because she's in the fucking opera house.
Yes, because of Nomura bullshit. But I'm talking about just the characters and the small moments and the characters like interacting with each other. That stuff is
telling
good.
me you fucking shed a tear when she was dying? She's like, "You still owe me a pizza."
No, listen, stupid. I like those sorts of interactions. I like Tales of games, right? Tales of games are
like dating sims. Just make the fucking game into a dating sim. Let me go on a date.
No. Now you sound like a fucking Tumblr fan. Shut up. Shut up. No.
All the best stuff about this game is fucking Aerith flirting with you, Tifa flirting with you, Jesse flirting with you, and then Yuffie flirting with you. And then that's it. Everything else you just throw out the window. It's the same shit.
No. But, you know.
It doesn't matter about anything else in this game. It's just the flirting, dude.
We're kind of talking about the same shit, dumbass. But,
I
it's not just flirting.
I thought I was actually going to be able to date Jesse in the first game. Okay. I thought in the first, I was like, cool. And then, it's a big tease.
Okay, but like, part of that development is, like, now you get little scenes where Aerith and Tifa are talking to each other about flirting with you, right? You know, like you never got stuff like that,
dude. You are the biggest fucking otaku Japanese. This game is made for the otaku. It's the ultimate, like, choose between the girl. Do you want the girl who's outgoing, who might be into you, or do you want the girl who's submissive and, like, no matter what you do, even if you take a swing at her with the sword, she's like, I still love you, Cloud. Like, even Tifa's character in this game made me uncomfortable because of how submissive she was. It's like, dude, the guy almost fucking killed you, and, like, what is this, like, oh, I still got a scar. Look at the scar. What the You don't see shit.
But you realize that it was like that in the original. Now it's more fleshed out.
Oh my god. So again, you're one of these. This is why I ask you who this game is for. Is it for the original guys who are going to forgive it for everything because it follows the Final Fantasy Bible? Like, you know what one of the dumbest things for me is that at the end of this game, you are in the Temple of Ancients, running around the last big dungeon of the game, and
miserable.
What are you fighting in the Temple of Ancients? Fucking frogs and fucking lizards.
Yeah,
that
that's
are casting like fucking
that's hype because that's how it was in the original.
See, that's what I mean. You're one of these purists that can't. I thought that was the most underwhelming shit. Like, I played that game for 80 hours, and at the very end of the game, I was still getting turned into frogs,
dude,
and fucking frozen into petrified wood, and then
that's Final Fantasy VII. You were having those feelings in the original when you went to the Temple of the Ancients, and then you had to fight a fucking frog. That's JRPGs, man.
I called this. You can call up Eric. I knew it. I knew there were going to be people who were defending it. That's how it was in the original game. That's why it's okay that they were fighting.
No.
Those are the things that they could have changed.
Shut up. I don't like it because it was in the original game. I like it because it was weird and goofy in the original game, and it's still weird and goofy here. Because if you take if you take that stuff out, you get fucking Crisis Core. You get Advent Children, and I
Okay,
didn't
so-
want
so-
that. It's all
so-
going to
so
be
you're saying-
serious,
you're-
melodramatic bullshit, and none of the fun, lighthearted, weirdly tonally off, goofy shit.
Oh,
That's the
no,
stuff. Yes.
dude.
No, the problem is
just like-
the
just like
problem
how-
is that it's not that it's mixing the goofy stuff and the serious stuff. The problem is that the serious stuff is bad, and that is the part that where it drops the ball. It's like, I don't care that there's goofy stuff here if they nail the serious stuff, and they don't. They fuck up the serious stuff. Like, the whole promise to me of Final Fantasy VII Remake is building to this moment, right? That Rebirth is going to end at with the death of Eris, right? Everything is hinting, foreshadowing. The ghosts are trying to keep you on course, or while you're trying to change destiny or whatever, right? Like, it's all building up to this moment, and when they get to that moment, they just completely drop the ball. But they already they created, like, they brought the characters into a modern game and kind of made you care about them again, right? All they had to do. Like, I cared about Eris again, just like I would back then, but now she's more of a character, and I liked that, right? I liked being around here. I liked being around the party, right? It was all building up to this moment, and all they had to do was just do the original game's story, right? Like in that moment, all they had to do is like, oh, okay, well, you can't change fate, whatever reasoning they had to do, they just had to nail that moment and make it emotional again. And they confuse it in such a fucking miserable way that you couldn't even be emotional. And all they had to do was recreate that original scene, and they couldn't do it. They fucked it up, I felt nothing but confusion and frustration, and like the whole promise of this project just out the window.
I was so busy worrying about which buttons I had to tap that I was like, wait, what L R what's going on? Oh, okay, I gotta not stab her. What's going on?
Part of it too, like that just added to the fucking confusion, right? And they dropped the ball completely. All they had to do was to nail that moment, because it didn't have to be different. They made us care about these characters again.
It didn't have to be different. They just had to make you think that there was a possibility that it could be.
Yeah.
And then it went one way or the other. It didn't matter.
How much more effective would it have? I mean, it would have been so effective just to keep the original scene, because they made everybody care about Eris again, and they fucked it up. They fucked it up.
I can agree with that.
They went full. Full Kingdom Hearts.
And then right after Eris gets stabbed, a guy in a hot dog suit comes jumping up and down behind the background, because Final Fantasy is goofy, right? It's weird. It's crazy.
Yeah, but when it was serious, it knew how to be serious. But in this one, when it's serious, it's just like stupid Nomura bullshit now. It's Kingdom Hearts. And Kingdom Hearts is always bad when it tries to be serious. No, it's true, man. They went full Kingdom Hearts.
Well,
they don't know what they're doing.
Sure. Did you like the part? Did you like the part where? Okay, first of all, when did they mention for the first time in this game that there was a meteor coming down on the Earth to destroy the Earth, and that the black materia was the way to call it? When did they mention that in this game?
In this one?
Yes.
Was it Bugenhagen?
I don't remember. The first time I remember somebody honestly talk about what was at the end when Eris was like, and I'll make sure to stop the meteor. I'll do all my praying. I was like, what the fuck? What meteor? I had to look it up. Like, when did they mention it? Oh, they mentioned it in the Temple of the Ancients when you were walking around in the museum, like with the freaking displays of people running around. I was like, is that when they?
So not Bugenhagen. Oh, can we?
I don't know.
Can we? This is off the rail.
But my point. By my point, the point I was trying to make is that you said you like the tonal shifting. You're okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely. If the serious stuff was good, but it's not good in this game.
Okay, so let me ask you. So seriously, there's a part where, oh my God, it's the black materia. That damn Sephiroth, he wants to get the black materia, presumably to get them to call the meteor down. I didn't know this at the time. He just wanted the black materia so bad, and then Cloud is like, he all of a sudden becomes Golem after the One Ring, like, my precious, like looking at the black materia. Oh, what is this? And then Barrett walks over to him, takes the fucking materia out. This is trash. I don't know why you're pining over this, and then throws it on the floor. It rolls away. Rolls, and then pops in, hits this guy's foot. Whose foot is it?
You asking me? Whose
Yes.
foot?
Yeah,
Sephiroth?
whose foot does it roll to? Sephiroth! The one guy that we do not want to have it. He picks it up. He goes, got the black materia
Yeah.
now. And then the entire crew goes, no!
No,
And you're like, what the fuck is going on?
dude, it reminds me of Game of Thrones after they catch up with where the books are at. So then they just start making up their
And then
own
make
shit,
up.
and it's
Yeah.
like, oh man, it feels like fan fiction, you know?
So bad, dude. I was like, my jaw.
Because the original game is good. The story in the original game is good. They didn't have to do this. They didn't have to Kingdom Heartsify. All they had to do was flesh it out, which they did. The game was long. It had the mini games. It had like deeper characters, and like it didn't have to get stupid.
I looked it up. In the original game, you are not running into Sephiroth all the entire game.
No, absolutely not.
You're running
Absolutely
into,
not.
You're running
Genova.
into apparently pieces of
Yeah.
Genova
Yeah.
that are mutating into like Sephiroth.
I don't think you actually run into Sephiroth until
until the mountain.
Yeah.
Because he's actually in a cocoon preparing himself to call a meteor.
Yeah.
That's what they said. Which would make a lot more sense. The first time I was in question was when I started this game up, and then like I was fighting a giant snake, and then Sephiroth shows up to do his final move to take the snake out, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how did he just appear in the water?
But in the original, you just see the dead snake, and it's
Just see the
Sephiroth
dead
did this,
snake.
right?
Right.
And before that though, right? So like, there's the Midgar stuff where you're just sort of like chasing, you know, a ghost essentially, right? Like you don't know what's going on. In the original game with Sephiroth, you just see his trail of dead, right? But then the calm flashback where you fight battles with Sephiroth. Clouds past, it's like, this dude's like a fucking badass. He's crazy
this
in
is where
flashback.
this game begins.
Yeah.
Right? The game starts with you playing as Sephiroth
that's right.
with Cloud.
Yeah.
You run around, you go up there.
And then you go back to the world, and you're seeing like his, you know, more of his aftermath. I mean, like the original game is a great video game. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about how this ruined all our hopes and dreams. And it did. Because, you know, there's some people like, I just really love the combat. I think the combat is very overrated in these games because
I could agree with that.
Because I think like on paper, it's like there's a lot of smart systems and it's cool that you can like switch between the characters and stuff. But the truth is, like, there's so much random bullshit going on. It's so easy to get clipped by random bullshit. Like a really good action game, like a platinum game.
Well, it's not a good action game.
It's not.
Right?
It's not. Because in a good one, like a Bayonetta or like a Platinum Games or like you would never get touched, right? Like if you're good at the game, like I'm never gonna get hit.
Here, they have like block and parry tied to like some menu that pops up, and so half the time you're hitting, you're like, wait, am I blocking right or am I not blocking right?
And there's just so much shit going on. It's so easy to get clipped by random shit in like boss fights and stuff. That is to me, it's just frustrating.
Again, going to the whole fleshing out part, I do absolutely love the fact that like every single character plays differently, right?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You actually playing Kate Sith, and it's not just hit X, select attack.
Oh, I do hate playing as Kate Sith though.
Oh, but he's terrible.
Yeah,
but I'm okay with him being terrible because he's a stupid dumb.
Because no one used Kate Sith anyways.
But I'm okay with it because they took the time to flesh it out.
Absolutely.
Like, look what we could do.
I respect it for sure.
No,
and it is fun to play as like Tifa and Yuffie, and like a lot of the characters are fun to play as. And it gets to the point where it's like, ooh, I don't even know who I want to use. Everyone's kind of cool, but
no, but you don't really have a choice. Like a lot of times, there
are like some of the dungeons where they force you to use like certain characters,
which I'd be okay. I just wish there was like either a more like, you know, more catered experience where it's like, okay, I'm gonna play with this person for a while, but I mean they stay so rigid to the formula of how the game actually originally worked. They don't do that.
Can I say though, like, I'm glad that this game is like weird and uneven though, because it makes it memorable. If it was all streamlined like a fucking Ubisoft game and like it didn't have like, this weird dungeon where you're Barrett and you're shooting shit, like it kind of sucks. But like it,
yeah. So
I like that
throwing boxes as Kate running around.
No, that was literally the worst part of the game. Okay, like the throwing boxes shit sucked ass.
But it made it memorable.
No, but I mean that though. Like I would rather.
They could have just made the box throwing with R and L.
But like
R and throw it.
I
they
see
wanted some sort of weird.
But to me, I just see the developer like just throwing every idea in the world out and like them just rolling with it, and I respect it. Because Final Fantasy VII back in the day felt like that. It felt like they were just throwing everything at the wall, and just seeing, and not whether it's stuck or not, they fucking programmed it or whatever. And this feels like that. It feels like such a waste of time and money. So much of this game, it's like, what the fuck were they doing? Like all the chocobo stuff, like they added so much stuff in this game, and it didn't. Like unfathomable. Like video games don't feel like this anymore, where they're just like. I just see the money, like the cutscenes look so good, right? And there's so many of them, and then you get to these like mini games and these diversions, and it just feels so expensive. Not even in a good way, but I like that. I like that it feels like they probably wasted so much money on so much of this stuff.
It's so crazy how much you've changed.
But when I'm playing it can be infuriating. Yeah. It's because I've played so many games since then, and like a lot of them are fucking forgettable. And like Rebirth, I don't love Rebirth. In fact, that game pisses me off. Ultimately, is like a failure to me because it made me not care about the story and the characters that I came to really like again, right? Mm-hmm. But like all like the awkward and frustrating mini games and stuff and the open world stuff, I can forgive that. Having not considering the fact that I'm done with the game. I can forgive it now, right? Like, I'm glad that stuff was in there, right? Truthfully. Like, all the side stuff in Remake was, like, fetch questy bullshit. Like it feels like they didn't even try all that hard. But Rebirth, they went all out, and they're, like, they fleshed out stuff that they had no business doing. And I respect it. I do. But, I mean, in the moment, I'm there screaming at the game with you. Like I get it.
Just for the record, you enjoyed Mixtape, right?
What does that have to do with anything? I thought Mixtape.
I just want it on the record.
Is this for all your harder fans?
No, I'm wondering. I remember we had talked about this. I just want to hear.
I thought it was fine. Like I didn't love it. And I didn't.
No, you said you enjoyed it. You said this is the kind of game that. Like, I enjoyed this kind of game.
I don't usually enjoy this kind of game.
You don't, right? Which is why it caught me off guard that you said you enjoyed Mixtape.
Yeah, but like not like it ain't gonna be on my top 10 list or anything. I thought it was fine.
Let me see if it's in my Oh, here it is, Mixtape. I heard you like Mixtape. It was pretty good. What did you like about it?
I like how he says, I heard you like Mixtape. Like your birdies are telling him, like, look, the fucking lib like Mixtape, David, get him.
The lib.
Or I don't know what they're saying. Fucking Green Toast is
like Dazed and Confused meets High Fidelity.
Yeah.
2 movies I liked. And I said, I don't know, man. I don't know if I like these teen angsty movies anymore. So it did a lot of cool visual stuff. Presentation was good. Like, if Life is Strange game wasn't so damn budget.
Yeah, I agree with all that.
Said.
And what else?
You want me to keep reading this?
No, what?
Mixtape.
Mixtape.
Yeah, I will continue. Yeah, I get that. I'm pretty cynical about teen stuff as well. Again, I haven't played it. I just meant in general, whatever. See what teens yelling about stuff turns me off. But the fourth wall breaking stuff was pretty unique for a game. It's a little angsty, but very stylized. Don't know, it's just kind of different. I thought it would be more like Life is Strange, but it has its own vibe. Not my game of the year or anything, but I'd give it an 8 out of 10 for what it is. John Hughes movies as well, like Ferris Bueller, clearly inspired. And I said, Jesus, an 8? And then, yeah, it was only $17, which is kind of nice. And I said, I love Ferris Bueller. You paid for it? Isn't it free on Game Pass? And then you went ... That was it.
I don't think, did I pay for it or was it on PS Plus?
I don't know. You said Jesus, it was only $17, which is sort of nice since everything.
Yeah, $17 is like these days. $17 is not a lot of money to spend on a game.
How long was it?
I don't remember, honestly. I don't remember. 5 hours maybe.
Anyway, sorry, I wasn't meaning to derail the conversation.
But that was a weird. What does that have to do with anything?
Somebody in chat said Brad's.
I liked the rock skipping. I know I did that way too long.
Okay.
It was fine. An 8, which is good. I mean, I liked it, but it's not. I don't think
it's pretty good, dude.
I don't think an 8 out of 10 is making my top 10.
What did you give God Hand?
That's like a 10 out of 10. Come on, man.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
It wasn't 3 out of 10?
3 out of 10. Shut up.
Mr. IGN.
Yeah, Jesus. You know,
I've been meaning to.
You know, they went back and they like re-reviewed that game once, I think.
Did they?
Yeah, they gave it
God,
a much better score.
I'm probably gonna go back and play that game all the way through and review it with somebody.
Dude, that game's fucking cool. It's fucking cool, man.
I know, and I've always been appreciative of you.
But what are we talking about, man? Why did you bring up mixtape? Like I will say, like in hindsight, when did that game come out? Like March or something? Like to me, it has like become like a little forgettable, right? Like I'll say by the end of the year, I will think less like fondly of the game versus when I maybe like first played it. So I mean that's got to mean something, right? Like it's not really sticking with me like I thought it might, versus some of the other stuff I played this year, I guess. Anyways, Rebirth. Yeah, man, it let me down. It let me down in the end. Like that's the big thing, right? Like I was worried that Nomura was gonna fuck it up, right? And he fucking did. He did so much so that, like again, you know, I remember there was a GameSpot review. I think it was GameSpot that explained how that last scene let him down, right? The reviewer down. And everyone read that before they played the game, and they were so pissed off at that guy. They were like, fuck you. I hope you and your family fucking dies.
It's not a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. They were pissed that this guy was let down even though they had not played it yet, obviously. That's how it always works, right? But like the GameSpot reviewer was so fucking right. He was so right that like in the moment where you wanted to feel anything, confused is like the last thing you wanted to experience, and that's what happened. And it, to me, that is unforgivable, because I got to be honest with you. I think the death of Eris in the original game is a bit of a meme, right? It's a bit of a like Snape kills Dumbledore or whatever, right? Everyone knew about it, and everyone's like, "Oh, I can't believe they did that." But Final Fantasy was killing characters before Final Fantasy VII, you know. So was other games. It wasn't like so unique, right? And it's not like we cared so much about Eris back in the day that when she died, it was actually devastating. But in this game, I feel like you really did start to care about that character and that relationship in like a 2025 4 sort of way, right? So if they nailed that scene, which, you know, they could have, it would have actually been kind of emotional and less of a meme. And that's what they had here. That's what I felt like they had here, and they destroyed it in an effort to go Kingdom Hearts. And you can't trust Nomura, and you can't trust Square Enix with this shit, because they've proven that they fuck this stuff up, because Kingdom Hearts, for example, is a complete fucking disaster. It's like an absolute fucking mess, and it has been since the beginning. And even Kingdom Hearts fans will admit to that shit. And that's why you can't trust Nomura.
You know, they announced the new Kingdom Hearts recently, right?
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 4. And then
they showed it again recently, but it's been announced forever. Yeah.
There's this American importer. She's Japanese, and she imports a bunch of games and figures, brings all this stuff to America to sell. Yeah. And she was like, "Oh my God, Kingdom Hearts 4! I'm so excited about it. Here's a list, but don't play the Kingdom Hearts in order. Don't play them 1, 2, 3, 4. She listed. This is the order of the games you need to play. Play this one, then she had a list of fucking like 17 fucking games.
No.
Just Kingdom play it in this order so you can get the full story of Kingdom Hearts before you play Kingdom Hearts 4. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit, dude?
No. See, Kingdom Hearts fans, I don't know where the fuck they came from, but I was there when they announced Kingdom Hearts, and they were showing it for the first time.
Yes,
and Kingdom Hearts was Disney meets Final Fantasy.
Yes. And you never know who you'll run into next.
Right.
And then that was the other trailer.
Yeah.
Utada Hikaru was singing it, and you were like,
"But
you gonna run up to fucking Donald Duck?"
The thing that was crazy about Kingdom Hearts, and I know this is an aside, is like what made it kind of crazy back then is that it was a big action RPG. There wasn't really like you didn't see like real time action RPGs in this sort of scale back then. So like when you're seeing Sora fight like Cerberus, like the boss fight, it's like holy shit! Like games aren't like this. Like that's half of what was kind of mind blowing about Kingdom Hearts back then, right? That and it was like the fact that Cloud was hanging out with, fucking Goofy or whoever. Like it shit seemed crazy, right?
It was crazy.
But then it became all about its own lore and its original characters, and now in Kingdom Hearts, it's like Kingdom Hearts 3 had like almost no Final Fantasy characters, like at all.
The big get for 4 is what, like Coco?
No, but part of the charm was that it was the Disney worlds that you go to, right? And like I respect that because they do fun stuff with it, like with the character designs or the worlds, like it's cool, right? But that was always only half of it. Half of it was, these Final Fantasy characters and these cameos, and they're showing up in weird places, and why is Sephiroth such a hard boss fight? The fact that, like, it's so far up its own ass, I literally think that the creators of Kingdom Hearts forgot that Final Fantasy was supposed to be a part of that combination. So they're like, no, we still got Disney worlds. And I'm like, bro, but what about, like, the Final Fantasy characters, man? That's supposed to be a big part of Kingdom Hearts. But no, they just... all they care about is Aqua and Xehanort and shit, and it's just embarrassing, dude. And that shit's so bad because like they made the fans care so much about these characters in Organization 13, and there's no payoff. There's no fucking payoff. They made people care about these original characters, and there's no payoff. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do with the original storyline stuff. Like that's what Rebirth feels like. Like you're trying to do all this original stuff and like make people care about, but then it's bad. You want people to care about this original shit, but it's not good. You're dropping the ball, and no one can trust them. No one can trust that they're going to land the fucking plane. In my opinion, they already crashed the fucking plane.
No, exactly. This is why I told you we started this, and I said I don't know if I have any desire to play the next one at all.
I mean, I'm going to because I love Final Fantasy 7. You don't. No, but
loser. No, loser,
okay,
man.
Listen, you stupid idiot. You haven't even played the original, so of course you can't see.
I don't give a fuck about fighting frogs in the Temple of Ancients, Brad.
No, but
I don't. I don't care about fighting giant houses.
To me, it makes sense that someone who started playing Final Fantasy 7 with the remakes might fall off and not care. But me, I care about the original. So I want to see how because.
My question was
no. Listen, you motherfucker. If you take away the main storyline and all the Nomura Kingdom Hearts bullshit that they've completely fucked up, there's still lots of cool set PC stuff that were in the original game that had new cool interpretations in Rebirth. Like for example, the Fort Condor stuff. It was the Fort Condor was a crappy mini game in the original. It was bad, right? It was kind of like a weird evolution of the Final Fantasy 6 stuff. That
doesn't interest me for the next game, though.
No. But what I'm saying is that they're you haven't snowboarded yet. They're gonna figure out a way.
Oh, you fucking this piece of shit! No. I swear to God, if they start the next game off with the crew going snowboarding after Eris just died, I swear.
This is what I'm talking about, though. No. I think they just. Love or nostalgia for the original game, so I get that you don't care, but to me that's the stuff that I think that they could actually nail in a really their own stupid way. That's what I'm here for. We're here for different things, David. You've already been let down by the only parts that you cared about, so I understand why you're out. I have not even seen
I'm like Yuffie. I'm like Yuffie. Okay.
But in the original, you do a dolphin mini game and a life-saving mini game in Junon, right? The fact that they brought that stuff into the remake, there's shit that I forgot about in the original game that seeing it in Rebirth reminded me of oh yeah, I completely forgot that from the original game, and they did it here and they went all in, and it's so dumb. It may be a little frustrating, but I love it. I love it, and I respect it because it's not like the snowboarding was good in the original, But you know what? I bet it's going to be a lot better here because almost everything has been improved in terms of like mini games and stuff. Well,
Oh my lord, dude! Can you believe this, guys? Can you believe this fucking?
you
shit?
saying you
He's
just
praising that the original mini games were good, but it's okay now. But these fucking ghosts that are flying around in Final Fantasy VII, ruining the story, showing up anytime Sephiroth. That you're okay with? That gets a pass.
what? What are you saying? You're exclaiming, but you're not really saying anything.
I'm saying you're okay with Sephiroth showing up and
No.
cutting the belly of the giant whale with ghosts flying around.
No,
You remember the wall of ghosts? The wall of ghosts that was trying to stop Cloud from saving Aerith from whatever impending doom, and all the members get together and hold the wall up so Cloud can slip underneath the wall of ghosts.
I'm telling you, I don't like the main story stuff in this game. What are you not understanding?
But it's okay, right? Because the mini games mirrored the original goofiness.
No, what are you talking about? Those are two different things. I'm telling you, I'm not okay with the main story stuff. But the side stuff that was random and stupid in the original, I'm okay with it being here because that's part of the charm of the original. Like, this game has charm.
Well, what is the most important part? The mini games or the tell-all story? You're eating shit and then like putting a couple fruit flavored sprinkles in with it to cover up the shit taste, and you're like, it's okay.
No.
It's okay. I'm okay with the shit because the mini games. We've come full circle where Brad is like fucking forgiving Spyro the Dragon for a baby being a baby game because mini games, guys.
You're not listening to me, David. What are you?
I don't think you're hearing yourself.
I don't like Rebirth. I didn't put it on my top 10 list. What the fuck are you talking about?
You don't like Rebirth, and you didn't put it on your top 10.
Yes. So what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm so interested in finding out what happens next.
No.
Whatever nostalgia shit that they're gonna feed you in the next one.
But it's
I
not. I
just want to see what happens with the snowboard. I want to see what happens.
Yes, because it's not cheap nostalgia. They put their whole ass into the shit, and it's actually weird and interesting. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that is.
You're teetering on the borderline.
No, you fucking idiot. I'm not looking for cheap nostalgia because that's not what they're doing. They're getting weird with it.
You're telling me it's not cheap nostalgia, but everything you mention you like about this game is the stuff that they're recreating from the original game.
Because one, I've talked about they've made the characters like deeper and more interesting, right? But like seeing you like what don't you understand? Seeing them like do weird, crazy shit and going all out with the weird stuff to me is impressive, and I like that stuff. It's funny, it's crazy, it's sometimes it's a train wreck and sometimes it's genuinely fascinating. Most of the time playing Rebirth, I'm like, I can't believe they did this. Like when you get in the fucking buggy and they actually made the buggy as like this thing you can get in and out of in the world and traverse the world. It's like, I can't believe they had this idea and they tried to actually pull this off in a modern game.
Impressive?
It's
You're telling me that in 2024.
No.
You're telling me in 2024, through all the games you've played in the last 10, 15 years.
Yes.
The fact that the Final Fantasy VII characters can get and sit in a fucking buggy and you hold down our right trigger and it goes.
Yes.
That is the most impressive thing to you.
Do you know why?
That impresses you?
Okay, well, what makes it interesting is because it's the entire world. It's like they took the design of Final Fantasy VII Remake, right, which is a much smaller game.
I agree with you.
And they tried to like
out of the world.
Glue it all together to make it feel like a big open world, and then try to put a fucking vehicle in that thing and make it work. That is crazy. It's impressive. And yeah, the loading of getting in and out of that thing takes way too long, and it drives me fucking crazy. But you know what? They went for it anyways, and that, to me, that's interesting. Is it Game of the Year? No. But, you know, it's so much better than if they just made a fucking streamlined Ubisoft game that just had a bunch of cutscenes or something. Like they put their whole heart into this, even though so much of it is like a mess. And to me, that's interesting, and it's funny to see. It's infuriating, but it's memorable, and I'm glad I played the fucking game.
What was the point of Zack at the very end of this game?
I don't know. I don't
This
give a
entire
shit
game-
about Zack. That's the thing. People love Zack so much, and I'm like, he's a nothing character to me. He had one little scene in the original game, and most people will tell you that like there's a lot of Crisis Core fans, but Crisis Core fucking sucks, right? But because it's all like Genesis, and it's Nomura as fuck, dude. It's like the tone of that, it's gross. But like they're like, oh, but the ending's really great because it's all like emotional, and it's this much longer scene of like the Zack death scene from Final Fantasy VII, and I'm like, fuck you, dude. No, that stuff sucks too. Zack is a nothing character, and it's all like emotionally manipulative or whatever. Like I don't even understand why people like even the ending to Crisis Core, because like we didn't really care back then, and remake and rebirth did not make me care about Zack in the way that like I cared about the original like party members and like the crew being more fleshed out, right? Like Zack's stuff was so tied up with the main story shit and the confusion shit and the multiverse shit and all the Nomura Kingdom Hearts bullshit that I never cared about Zack. So I still don't care about Zack. So when he shows up at the end and it's supposed to be this big moment, again, I'm mostly just confused. I'm probably still frustrated from the last boss fight. I didn't have time to like really spin with Zack to care about Zack. He's too tied to the part of the story that I don't like.
He was such an afterthought.
Yeah.
It was like at the end of the chapter, we're just going to show him running for a little bit. And then I was expecting them to do something with him. Like there is a reason why he's alive or
they could have done more with like, Eris's character and her relationship with him. And they didn't really do that.
No, they didn't.
No.
There was a one part in Gungaga where Eris is like, oh, this is where he's from. Oh, yeah. The part where like Zack is like looking at Eris sleeping or something, and he's like, I gotta go save the world now. And then Marlene is like, he comes in the room, and then Zack's like, she really loves him, huh? And then Marlene's like, yeah, Eris does love Cloud. And he's like, oh, I knew it. Oh.
Yeah, like I told, I hate the Final Fantasy VII EU, so I hate Zack. Can we talk about Red 13? Because what the fuck, man? You played in Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Was it weird in Japanese? Or
his voice?
Could you not tell? Yeah, his voice.
You could tell.
His voice.
His voice was like an old gruff man, and then all of a sudden he became like a
yeah. In English, it was so bad, and it made me hate that character. I really. It took all the because there's like some emotional stuff that happens with his character, right?
Like it was fine with him being a kid
in the original.
But he was just like he was a kid, but he was a kid in like dog years or whatever, right? But he was still like, he's still like an adult. I mean, like
yeah, but it sounded terrible. So much so that I stopped using him in battle because I didn't even like hearing his fucking voice say his abilities. It was so bad for the rest of the game. I don't know, awful. He was hiding his age in the OG game as well. Okay,
yes, but
I didn't care. His voice was always the same in my head, and he didn't sound cool anymore. One
of the things for me is the argument is that back when Final Fantasy VII originally came out, none of this stuff was played out. It was just like text on a screen, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of just fill in all of the dialogue. Like I feel like a lot of people or some people have a problem with the like Japanese mannerisms in this game. Because of how Japanese people speak, the like all the little grunts and the growls and all that stuff that we don't do in English, but they have to kind of like add it in there to like match the characters on screen.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. What about it?
It didn't bother you at all.
No, I mean,
you don't care.
I play Japanese games. Okay, I'm not Nick.
All right, but I mean.
I
have this theory that it was much more forgivable back then when everything was in text, and you could just kind of like put your own voices or your own like ideas into your head and fill in the gaps on your own. Versus now everything's played out on screen and spelled out to you. That a lot of this stuff just seems more jarring to some people, especially in English.
I don't know. I mean, like I feel like. Visually and stuff like the cutscenes, like I don't know, the characters were well. I mean, I don't know, it's fine. What do you mean? I played.
What did you what did you just see on your phone? Who messaged you?
What do you mean? I didn't.
You just looked at your phone. You looked at your phone and then completely was like, I don't know. That was fine to me. What did you get distracted by?
I was reading a text, but
Yeah, what did the text
that
say?
doesn't change my fucking answer.
What did the text say?
It was about the fucking dog.
Uh-huh. Nanaki?
No, my dog.
It wasn't from your wife. It's like, hey, if you get off the podcast right now, I'll give you some ass.
What? Why are you derailing the conversation?
No, just because you were like you were paying attention, and then there's obvious shift in your.
Is this your first time podcasting, dude? Sometimes you got to look at a text message. You're talking about Japanese mannerisms and if they bothered me, and I said no. I play Japanese games sometimes, right? Doesn't bother me.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you
Like,
do anymore.
does it bother you?
What is this? Well, it's my theory that it doesn't translate as well now in real like with the Final Fantasy 13. Remember, people didn't like what's Snow's sister or Lightning's sister? Or
Vanille.
Vanille. Right? People hated Vanille.
Or all of those characters. Yeah, they all kind of sucked in that
but
game.
it's all because they're in English and they're like, yeah.
No, it's because they were speaking all like, you know, melodramatic and stuff. Not melodramatic, like like I'm a hero. Like you know, like that stuff's just corny.
Yeah, but the language doesn't work because Japanese American people don't speak that way, or they don't speak in that.
No one speaks that way. No one speaks.
Japan, they do.
Like real people or anime? No, it's because they started speaking like anime characters, and that kind of fucking sucked. Because
I know.
Yeah,
I mean, I spent a lot of time around 16, 17-year-old idols, so.
Okay. And do they say I'm a hero? Like, okay, well, can I say they're just as fictional as like some anime characters, right? Like in terms of like the person they're presenting, like in their mannerisms. I mean, like, what are you talking about?
I don't know. You'd have to go with me to see.
Oh, shut up.
Can
we get back on topic?
Uh-huh. What is the topic?
I like to play a lot of like Tales of games, right? And you know how they have skits in those? You know what skits are? Where you're walking around the world and like you trigger little scenes where the characters are just talking to each other, making jokes, non sequiturs, stuff like that. Whatever, right? Like I love that stuff in those games. And to me, that reminds me of like so it's not surprising that I like the small interactions that these characters get to have in Remake and Rebirth, especially Rebirth. So that's kind of I like the characters. I think the Tales of games have like really good casts because of stuff like that, because they have time to like flesh out those conversations and have just random small moments. Like that stuff's so important, right? When it's all like main story, like nonstop. I mean, to me, that's what Final Fantasy 13 felt like. These characters that never had moments to have. Never had time to have like normal moments where they're just sort of hanging out. You know, one of the best parts about 15 was that like they actually gave that main characters times to just sort of hang out and have like random moments. And I think that was one of the best parts about. Sorry, I meant 15. That's one of the best parts about 15. Just like where you're just like hanging out at like camp or whatever.
You said 15.
15, yeah. I mean that game had a lot of other issues, but. You know, I think Square Enix figured out. Yeah.
Murdered in the beginning, and then he's like gets smuggled out of the country, and then.
Yeah. I mean, I think they figured out that they're good at that stuff, and I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth really kind of leaned into that. So, I don't know, man. I mean, look, I played it when it first came out. I was like pissed off at this game a lot, but I did like come away. I mean, I was always going like, I can't believe they're doing this. I can't believe they tried this. I can't believe I can get on this. I can't believe how much game there is here. Even though like eventually I stopped doing some of the mini games. I'm trying to remember like where I drew the line. After a certain point, I drew the line as to like which of the side content I was gonna do and which. Like I think in every area I at the very least got the chocobo and unlocked all the abilities of the chocobo or something, and did enough side stuff to get the unique materia for each area. Like I was doing 100% up until a certain point. I think it was Cosmo Canyon where I said, I'm gonna create like a bare minimum for each area that I'm gonna do, and I want us to do some of the more memorable side quests and stuff as well. Like I don't remember how they categorized the side quests, but I did the ones that were like,
Well, there's the scanning ones where you had to find some scan thing
to get the summons, right?
Well, the summons, but they also have the stream thing, and Chadley would call you immediately afterwards. The summons was the one where the thing went around, doom, 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 and you had the X, circle, circle, square, square, doo, and then you had to do this. And then they had the combat one where you had to go and fight some powerful bad guy, and then you always had some proto relic one, which was like either Fort Condor or like fighting those gangsters.
I am glad that they tried to, like, I think Remake was different going into Rebirth as well. Like they really did try to flesh out like the systems that kind of backed up the combat, like the materia system and whatnot, and like the weapon system. And I remember like liking that they did a lot there. They actually made the RPG and RPG, unlike Final Fantasy 16, which had like really shitty, shallow RPG elements. It was nice to be able to go into a menu of this game and really fuck around with the materia and the weapon system if you really wanted to. Like they tried to, they tried to give like weapons their yeah, I know some people aren't into that stuff, but like I am into that stuff, and I'm glad that they actually committed to like trying to make it a deep game. Like I like how they wanted each of the weapons to have like an identity, like their own skill tree, and like this is the weapon you use if you're trying to play this type of character, kind of, or this type of build. Like none of that shit was in the original, right? You just get the next most powerful weapon and move on with your life. You know, sometimes they'd have different like materia growth rates, but beyond that, like the weapons didn't even have an identity. Here, you know, they actually try. Like they went all out for this game in a way that I don't feel like any game feels like this anymore. Like I don't play any game where it's like, man, they just made so much game. I don't know. It feels like so many people worked on this game for so many years, and it's like that for other games. But then they come out and you're like, oh, okay. Like that Wolverine game's gonna come out soon, and it probably costs way more money with more people and more time. But it's just gonna be like, I know what that game is. And it's not going to be, it's probably a more polished game. It's probably got a better, like, more streamlined story and performances and stuff. And it's not going to have all the weird, uneven bullshit. But, like, it's probably going to be way less memorable
I can't
in the end.
Talk this anything. When you talk like this, it sounds so positive. Like, I can't.
What? What do you say?
I said it's so positive. You're so positive about this. Like, the effort they put in.
Do you know why? Because I'm not playing the game anymore. I played it a couple of years ago, and I'm not playing it now. And if I was playing the game, I'd probably be punching in the wall, right? But I'm not. I'm far away from it now. You just played it. So it makes sense that you're still frustrated with this game. To me, it's been 2 years, and I remember the bad, and I remember the good. But, like, I'm not feeling frustrated because I'm far away from it. I don't know. Can I ask you, did you ever turn down the difficulty?
No.
How frustrated were you with the final shit?
The final shit wasn't too bad, except for I had to redo the last Sephiroth battle like 3 times.
Yeah, that's
because
annoying.
you get to a point where you basically have to do enough damage to put him into stagger, and if you don't, then he hits you with Octa Slash and kills you and Eris both at the same time.
Yeah,
then I just looked it up, and they said, "Oh, well, just hold on to your limit until that scene triggers, and then use your limit." And then I fucked it up, but I still got it.
I remember,
but it was just so dumb because I did a 25-minute battle to get to that part, and then died twice.
Yeah, no, that's got to be really frustrating. I was worried that you were gonna get like stuck on that stuff and be infuriating.
No, the stuff that I got stuck on, the only time I ever stuck on this stuff was the solo stuff. Like, anytime that you play the game, you get good with the characters, whatever, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Here you go, play Kate's solo," and you gotta do it as him.
Yeah, that stuff sucks ass.
Where you die immediately if you die.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, here's it. Here you're in the arena and you gotta play with Tifa and Eris, who I don't use the entire game, But
Yeah.
okay, we're progressing through the arena. Oh, now the Turks show up. I'm like, all right, well, we'll just beat the Turks. And then after you beat the Turks, fucking Rufus shows up and he's like, challenge me without your lackeys, and I'll get rid of mine. One-on-one battle. I'm like, oh Lord. And then I gotta fight him one-on-one. And then he's like calls out his dog, and now it's like a 2-on-1, and I gotta play as Cloud, who I don't use the entire game. I basically used Yuffie or Barrett, one or the other. Just shot people from long range. Yeah. The only reason I changed off of them is because the boss turned around and targeted me, and I just wanted to change to a different character to pull aggro.
See, I was always using everybody, so like I didn't have issues with that. But
well, like everybody, like you used Eris and Tifa, like to punch the dudes.
Mm-hmm.
There's a definite tier ranking of which characters are better than others.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, really?
I mean, I never used Kate Sith. Kate Sith sucks.
Yeah, Kate Sith's on the bottom.
I mean,
it's about
I don't know,
damage output and stagger output.
But I remember like doing cool stuff with like, you know, like you get the enemy skill materia and you get the one where like you send out like a shock burst, right? But like every time you refilled like an AP bar or whatever, but then like you create like a, you figure out a way to like fill like the AP bar super fast, so you're constantly like spamming the lightning skill and stuff. There's some stuff going on. There's some stuff going on.
I wanted to get into the whole like quick stuff where you like hold down a button and just hit the thing and automatically use the skill.
Oh,
I feel like it's trying to do too many things. They're all trying to.
I know. Of course, they were trying to do too many things.
Explain to me one part though. Can you explain to me one part?
What?
At the end of the game, when you know, Sephiroth runs off with the black materia, but then all of a sudden, like Eris is gone, and then he pulls out the black materia, and then he's like looking at it, and then he puts it into his sword, and then unbeknownst to the other members, Cloud has the black materia.
I can't explain that shit to you. I don't know what the fuck was going on. What did you think? Or what did you think I was gonna say?
I'm hoping that you have some sort of explanation why it's okay.
I'm not the guy,
the
man.
original Final Fantasy did that, David. That's how it was in the original.
I don't even...
Cloud took a dump on Tifa's chest. So of course they gotta remake it for the new one.
You are arguing with somebody that does not exist, but it's not me. Maybe you've already been arguing with people about this game, but that ain't me. That ain't my take. I'm not mad that it's different from the original. I'm mad that it's bad. And that it made me not care. And if you're asking me for clarification about the ending, you're not going to get it from me, because I didn't understand it at the time, and I wasn't the guy who cared enough to go watch a bunch of video essays to figure it out, because a lot of people will speak confidently like, oh, I know exactly what this is about, and I can tell you this, and this, obviously. But they probably spent hours and hours watching video essays of, like, Maximilian Dude or whoever the fuck on YouTube to, like, help them clarify everything.
Don't that part out, dude.
But it's fucking true, dude.
You have the perfect voice with the bug eyes. Like, when you're talking...
Yeah. Like that's the sign that they really let drop the ball, because like I didn't even care to go read up on what other people thought what the fuck was going on. Like I didn't care. I finished that game and I was like, well, that was a miserable way to end that game. And I was mad and I didn't care. I didn't care to find out what was going on, and I have no idea. Okay, so I know there's a lot of takes and opinions out there, but I don't give a shit.
Can we talk about Let's play developer here for a second, okay? First of all, how would you fix it for the next game?
You fire Nomura. Fire Nomura. Is there
any way to fix it? Is there any way?
No, it's too late. The game's already coming out. You know?
At this point, you've already killed off Snoke. You know, like
no one cared about Snoke anyways.
Making Rey a Palpatine is not going to fix all the problems, right? We're already too far down the shit soup, right?
Yeah, the turd sandwich or
but you're
douche.
Okay. So, but like you said, but you're okay playing the next game.
Yes, I've explained it though, right? Like
because you want to see Cloud.
It's going to be a shitty, bumpy ride, but I'm excited to see all the weird shit that they do.
You said
no. We don't play games for the same reason. We don't. So you don't understand it. You don't understand it. Because
I don't understand it because I never played the original.
No.
I don't have that.
I think that's part of it. That's part of it. We also play games for different reasons. We look for different things.
Me playing Final Fantasy VII now is not going to help it either.
No. Well,
yeah.
I mean,
think so.
if you play it and you really like it, but I don't see how that's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, it's the fact that you have. I say this in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
I think a good amount of your liking of this, or not liking, your forgiveness for this game,
I'm
this
not forgiving
series,
it.
is nostalgia.
No, I'm not forgiving it.
The fact that this shit happened before, and you're just so excited to see it was polygonal janky boobies back in 1997, and now Tifa has perfectly round
No.
boobies made out of million polygons.
No,
and you're like, damn, dude, those are some nice ass titties.
No, here's the reason you're wrong. Because I don't
They're
give a shit.
fleshed out. I love how they put so much effort into making Tifa's titties more realistic.
No, you dumbass. Because if that were true, then I would really like Advent Children and all the other bullshit, but I don't. It's not about just seeing these characters again. It's that this game is big and weird and goofy and like, you know, that's not about that. It really, really isn't. I mean,
Not the titties specifically, but it's the metaphorical titties.
what?
It's the fact that everything is in the big screen now. It's been fleshed out, like you said.
Like
The
again,
character development.
Rebirth
Just wanted to
let
see-
me down. It was my biggest disappointment of the year. We literally give out awards for this shit. Okay,
Mhm.
and you can't forget that part. To me, it's fascinating. When it's a train wreck, it's fascinating. When it's like weirdly, strangely ambitious and like for like mini games and stuff, it's fascinating. And it's been fascinating since I started playing Remake, and that's why I want to play.
Get me excited.
Revelations.
Sell me.
I can't get you
Sell
excited.
me on.
We're not the same people. We're not the same gamers.
The fact that it's even called Revelation.
No,
The fact that it's even called Revelation, like they couldn't even come up
It's a
with a
terrible
fucking
name.
interesting name for the next one. Revelations. How it's like in the 2000s on Xbox when every game was like something Unleashed. It's like, oh, Jack Unleashed. Oh, Wakeboarding Unleashed.
What do you-
BMX Unleashed or whatever.
No, it's a bad name.
That's how I feel about it.
No, it's a bad name. Like I'm disappointed that they went with that. That's a really bad name. But besides the point.
What are we revelating?
Also,
about?
I play a lot of video games. It would feel very weird for me not to like continue this weird ass journey. It doesn't make sense.
You're the one who sold me on Rebirth. You're like, is Eris going to be alive? Are they going to save it?
Yeah.
That is the question. The time travel ghosts are retarded, but you know what? There may be a light at the end of the tunnel. There's no light at the end of the tunnel for me.
Yeah, but I pitched you on that game before I finished it. I pitched you on Rebirth before I finished Rebirth. I was still playing Rebirth.
No, we talked about Remake. We talked about this during Remake.
Yeah.
You told me I didn't understand the end of a Remake, so you were like, "Well, the ghosts are there because they're hinting maybe what does this change for the rest of the game?" That's what you said.
Yeah.
So, is Sephiroth is going to finally butt fuck Cloud? Is that what's going to happen? Because he's been behind there. He's been in the general vicinity quite a bit.
I think a lot of people want to see it, man. I don't know, man.
There's no hope for me unless you tell me.
There's no hope for you. No, I agree.
There's no dating scene, right? My I think I remember. I remember I put down Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and what did you say? You said, "Have you gotten to the part where you can date Yuffie?" And I said, "You could date Yuffie?"
Yeah,
and
I said that because I knew
you knew that was gonna get me.
Yes, that's why I said it. That's why I fucking said it, dude.
I remember that shit now, dude. And I was like, "Oh shit, you can fuck." And I just got back to playing it. And then after I dated Yuffie and went on that date, it was on downhill from me.
I don't even remember her date scene. I don't remember what happens in her date scene.
You go for a ride, and she's like, she's like wanting you to kiss her, but you know, like she can't. She got to play aloof and hard to get.
I'm trying to remember.
I kind of want to.
The scenes for
I
everybody.
kind of want to see the Tifa one. I want to see the Eris one, kind of, to see what happens.
Just YouTube it.
I know, but I don't like.
What, are you gonna play the fucking game again? You don't. Yeah.
No, but I don't really care. I don't think I really care about those characters enough to where I want to go and see it.
What are you skipping all their scenes and shit? What's wrong with you? You didn't like when Yuffie sang her theme song?
I mean, that was just like a passing moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff like that in this game. I don't know, man. I like loved Yuffie's theme ever since the one demo disc.
Oh, I know this. So descendants of the ninja or something. That's what her theme is called.
Yeah.
But I mean, is it okay to like Yuffie?
David, there's a lot not okay, but you live your life, dude.
Okay,
can I just say
you
it?
seem pretty accepting. You haven't really like, oh, David wants to date Yuffie. You haven't been like, hey, wait a minute, I don't think that's.
Look, man. Now's not the time for me to chime in on your life choices, okay?
Brad's okay. He's okay. Are you coming to Japan for my wedding or what? Are you?
I wasn't planning on it. I didn't know about your Japan wedding.
No, the theoretical wedding. Like at some point, I figure I'm going to get married in the next 5-10 years.
Mm-hmm. You gonna fly me out there?
I mean, if that's what it takes, I guess.
Oh yeah, dude. I'll go to your Japanese wedding if you fly me out there.
Yeah. Well, do the others have to be accounted for too, or is it just
others?
one ticket? Yeah, the rest, everybody else in the
family?
Simon's clan.
I don't know if they're going to Japan.
Well, I mean, no, it's up to you, right? You're the man. You make the decision. You're like, I'm going to his wedding. See ya. Or if you're like, David, if they don't come, then I can't go. Then I've obviously got to like plan for the rest of the crew.
Oh no, that would be a miserable trip with the whole family. No one would want that. No one would want
really?
that. Yeah.
Just Brad and David in Japan.
Well, if we could, maybe Malia would want to come if we could find someone to watch our kids.
And then, that's the thing. But am I expected to pay for the Malia part of it?
David, I don't know what we're talking about, dude. We're podcasting about Final Fantasy. Do we need to wrap this shit up?
No, that is the Final Fantasy. The David and Japan trip in Japan. David and Brad in Japan. That is the Final Fantasy.
I don't know.
You remember when your dad? You remember when you used to play Final Fantasy 7 at Final Fantasy, and your dad was like, "This is Final Fantasy 7, Brad? Really? I mean, I thought it was the Final Fantasy." Right? How come there's 7 of them?
My dad never said that, dude.
Are you sure?
What are you talking about?
I feel like you told me your dad made fun of you for playing Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 8, 9, 10, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
I could see someone else's dad saying that. That ain't my dad. Uh-huh. My dad would have had no idea that I was playing Final Fantasy 7. Yeah. I played Final Fantasy 7 in my room. He would have not even been passing by to see me playing Final Fantasy 7 to say anything about Final Fantasy. I don't think we could hold a conversation about a video game for that long, honestly.
Really?
To him, video games were the devil. So, anytime I was playing a video game, he was like, "Why couldn't he be playing football?" You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that we weren't having conversations about video game titles.
Oh, that's kind of a bummer.
Nah, I don't care. It's fine. It was fine. I didn't give a shit. Yeah. I was on the debate team. He thought that was cool, I guess. It's not, I mean, he doesn't actually give a shit about sports. I guess that's the weird thing. There's very little sports going on in my family, and I came to the realization I think it's because my parents didn't give a shit about sports. I feel like people get into sports because their parents are into sport, like their dad.
It's just what's around when you grow up.
Yeah, yeah. My dad was never watching the game, like a football game. He didn't give a shit. He was watching, like, I don't know, some bullshit, like fucking I've tried like Walker Texas Rangers, some shit, or who knows, like fucking Star Trek or something. Even
watch Star Trek?
I didn't watch Star Trek. In fact, when my dad was watching Star Trek, I'd be like, "This shit is lame. I'm going to play Final Fantasy 7."
Star Trek?
No, I didn't.
No, he.
Oh yeah, he did. He did.
Your dad watched Star Trek?
He just watched whatever the fuck was on.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. My dad wouldn't watch that. He was watching some Chinese person talking on the news or whatever.
Yeah, my dad wasn't watching a lot of Chinese people. Although, later in life, I'll go to visit him and I'll turn on his Netflix and he's watching all kinds of weird ass foreign shit, dude. I'm like, what are you even watching? Like, what is this stuff? I've literally, no one knows what any of this stuff is. And he's talking about, and he's really into it. And I'm like, Dad, I don't know anyone who's ever even heard of this. He's
Netflix?
Like, yeah, like weird, random foreign, because there's all kinds of random shit on Netflix.
Shit
it's
on Netflix.
Insane.
Yeah. But that's
like, how did this end up in your algorithm?
Isn't that you though? Aren't you into the weird random shit that you like watch some Korean drama with some unknown actress or some shit? Like that's I feel like you were always talking about some weird ass movies.
Well, there's like indie like fucking hipster
like the weird shit that no one ever heard of.
Yeah. No,
so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like indie films and stuff. Yeah, but that's a different sort of thing
than Netflix.
Yeah, like he's watching like there's this series that's like, I don't even know. It's like Turkish or something, and it has like thousands of episodes, and he's watching that. I'm like, what the fuck are you watching? Like, I'm so confused. Anyways, what can we end this? Because what the fuck are we talking about? So you're not gonna play the next one?
I just I don't have any.
You're
hope
being a bit of a
man.
bitch ass, dude. I thought you could play anything. Just play it.
I have no hope. I will play. I'll play it at some point and try it out.
Yeah.
I just don't. There's no light at the end of the tunnel, dude.
There was never a light.
Like they really should have just. They should have just remade Final Fantasy VII and then just not told you what the story was. Change some things, but not change the other things, and just let people experience it like a remake would, like an actual remake would have been. Like this adding of the ghost and the multiverse is just.
Yeah, it's stupid. But you know what? Like the dance battle at the beginning of the Golden Saucer. It's so weird. That's the stuff I'm here for. And you know what? Queen's Blood, pretty fun. You know?
You didn't even finish Queen's Blood. Do you know what happens at the end of Queen's Blood? When you beat all the guys, and then you got to fight a ghost. You got to fight a ghost at Queen's Blood.
I never did that. No. But you know what? Red 13 playing Queen's Blood. Fucking funny, dude. They didn't have to do that.
You liked that?
You
liked when Chester Cheetah was moonwalking on the fucking ship? Yes. Oh my lord, dude.
Yes, dude.
What has happened to you, dude?
What? You
used to be a legitimate video game streamer, dude.
You're just saying stuff to say shit. It doesn't even make sense. Explain to me before. No. Explain to me that was the very serious gamer. You think you're talking to Nick or something? Like Nick's the guy who's like, oh, I want all my games to be serious, like Silent Hill. That's not me. Who are you talking about from the past?
You used to be the Greg Kasavin of 4-Player Podcast. Remember?
Fuck up. What does that even mean?
And I was all supposed to be Bob Kaliko. That was a joke, right?
That's not a joke. What are you talking? I don't even know what that means. I forgot Bob Kaliko even existed until you just said his name. Like, what the fuck are you talking? I still barely remember that guy.
But Jeff Gerstmann.
I was never like that. You're describing someone who never existed. Like, I've always liked fucking Yakuza and stuff. That's always been stupid. Like, what are you talking about? When was I the serious gamer?
I don't know, man.
You're literally. You're probably remembering conversations with Nick.
No.
Yes.
But I never talked to Nick.
No, I know, but like you're in your head.
Valkyria Chronicles. Remember Valkyria Chronicles?
you're like, oh man, you got soft. You used to be what? What did I used to be?
To be Brad Simons, man.
Who liked what kind of games?
Underwater. You like the underwater exploration?
Still do. And?
I don't know about that.
What are you talking about?
You use like job class systems?
Oh, and I don't anymore?
Oh, that's why you're excited about this next one, because that's a job class system.
No, not really.
Oh. You like serious story of betrayal?
You're talking about Matsuno stuff, right?
Yeah.
No, I like Matsuno stuff, but I never I'm not expecting that from Final Fantasy VII. What are you talking about? Dude, you can look, all this shit's on tape. Even before Final Fantasy Remake came out, before we played a second of Remake, before they even started showing the game, like much of the game, I was getting into arguments on our podcast about with like Nick and stuff about how I was worried that everything was going to be too serious and grim dark, and it wasn't going to have like the silly, zany snowboarding and stuff from the original game. That was my biggest fear. I was like, it's got to have that weird, like silly bullshit in there, or ain't Final Fantasy VII. Those conversations are on tape. This was before I played a second of even remake. That's what I wanted. And I've been impressed by how much of that shit I got, and then some. So yeah.
You always get what you want. The thing is, you always get what you want.
Oh, shut up. Dude.
You wanted them to make Phantom Dust. They remade Phantom Dust.
They didn't remake. No, they didn't remake Phantom Dust, dude. They canceled that. What the fuck are you talking about? They canceled it.
Multiplayer one?
They canceled it.
Yes. No, it was out.
No.
You wanted a sequel to Metroid Prime? You got a Metroid Prime. You want a Metroid game to give you a 2D Metroid game.
No, this is all Gorilla Paw shit, dude.
Guitar Man 2, man. All I'm asking.
Guitar Man
2 or Elite Beat Agents 3. Dude, never going to happen.
Dude, I want Elite Beat Agents 3. Hell yeah, dude.
But apparently not enough, because if you wanted it bad enough, they would make it.
But, like, your stuff is, like you
remember that
very
what was that
niche.
game that was announced?
Like, who the fuck knows about Guitar Man? Like you're lucky they even, like, put out a fucking report of that. That shot kind of blew my mind. But you bringing up Elite Beat Agents, you and I both know why they can't do any Oindon games anymore, because the device doesn't exist. It was a DS game.
I guess that makes sense.
There's no stylus games anymore.
And you missed that?
I do, kind of, yeah.
Who the fuck are you? You weren't such a critic of fucking DS stylus bullshit, remember? Well, what was that? What was that game that was announced for E3? And they announced it, and Brad was being a grumpy Gus at E3, and he didn't want to be happy about it. But they announced it, and when they announced it, you could see a little tiny smile crack on the side of his mouth. But he had to hold his grumpy face because he couldn't possibly be happy on a stream.
What
was that game at E3?
About? You talking about Metroid Samus Returns?
Maybe
when I found out that Mercury Steam was developing it. I don't trust Mercury Steam at all. I think they're a dog shit studio, and people think Metroid Dread. I mean, I think Metroid Dread's a little overrated, but it is good, right? But like, you know, they have proven before that they can completely destroy everything, right? They did it with Castlevania. People kind of like the first Lords of Shadows, and I was like, I don't know. And then what happened in the end? They completely like ruined it with like they started making shitty Castlevania games, and then Konami just shut it all down. Like I don't trust them at all. If Nintendo
what's the next Mercury Steam game?
Well, there's some leaks that there's a Metroid game coming out called Metroid Ravage, or what is it called?
That's right.
That's probably their follow up to Dread. Maybe that's what people are thinking. But Dread was much better than Metroid Prime 4. But like Dread was like unambitious. I mean, like I think Dread is better than Metroid Prime 4. But like Dread doesn't touch like I think Metroid Prime. Like to me, Dread is just more like it's not very original. You know, like they're not. I think Samus Returns is probably a bigger, a more ambitious project for Mercury Steam than Dread was. Dread was just like a slight evolution of Samus Returns, honestly. Like with the parry, all that, like the parry and all the, unlike the movement stuff, that was all in Samus Returns. But whatever. What are we talking about? I'll tell you what was much better in Metroid Prime 4 versus Dread, the fucking soundtrack. Because Mercury Steam doesn't understand. Well, whatever. What are we talking about? Can we end this podcast? I got kids and shit. I got a fucking puppy to take care of.
Okay, so what do you want to wrap it up with, huh?
We're done. We've wrapped it up.
Oh, there's nothing else about Final Fantasy VII?
I don't give a shit, dude. I told you we should do this closer to the release of Rebirth. Did you know there was a new trailer today?
For what?
For the third Final Fantasy VII game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was at Jeff Keighley's opening night live. Yeah, and you know what? I mean, granted, I was at work and I was just kind of looking at my phone. It was just a bunch of like bullshit with them fighting all the weapons and stuff, with all the Disc 3 stuff, and I'm like, to me, I'm trying to imagine the fights with all the weapons, and I'm like, they're just gonna be annoying.
What's Disc 3 stuff specifically?
Like all the stuff you do, like all the optional stuff, like like fighting the weapons and shit.
But I mean, just 2 weapons, right? It's Ruby
No.
and Emerald. Underwater and...
Well, you gotta fight Omega. Raising Chocobos. Did they have Raising Chocobos? I need to watch that trailer again. I really was just kind of...
Is there anything going to be in Disc 3?
Like, oh, yeah.
Story-wise?
No, they're going to... Story-wise, yeah. There's still plenty.
Is there?
Yeah. You got to go snowboarding.
Well, but I mean, other than that... Because I feel like all the story beats I remember hearing about, having not played Final Fantasy VII from my PlayStation friends, all the stuff that they were talking about...
You got to do Rocket
already
Town?
been covered.
No. You got to do Rocket Town. You got to do more Vincent stuff. Like all the stuff after... Yeah. Actually, Rebirth only goes through the end of Disc 1, which is crazy.
Good God.
So they got to do all of Disc 2 and Disc 3 in this final game.
Huh? But there weren't there 4 discs?
No, 3.
There's only 3 discs?
Yes. 3 discs. The hammer user is sick. Anyways. Do you see my Pikmin here?
Oh, I do now. Now that you pointed out.
Yeah. Did you see the podcast award? Hey, did you start playing UFO 50? Like, I got to be honest with you, if you can't play and respect UFO 50, I can't respect you as a gamer, truthfully. No,
like,
I'm serious, man.
Dude.
As a gamer your age,
you can't troll me like that. It doesn't work that way.
It was my game of the year, man. This is not a troll. It was my game of the year.
50.
This is not a troll. If you can't find something to love in UFO 50, you're a fucking joke. You've been gaming for too long. David. Did you enjoy like the retro game challenge games at all?
Yeah, I did. You mean you're talking about the Arena Shinya?
Yeah.
Arena games, yeah.
Dude, this is like you have to find something to enjoy in UFO 50. If you can't, you're like, what are you doing?
Zero. That gives me zero worry at all. If you talk to me about like idol groups and stuff like that, I might actually be worried. But
worried? What about? Okay. It's been good talking to you about Final Fantasy VII, David. This has been our weekly top 5 video game podcast. Tune in next week where we'll talk about
the Legend of Zelda. Oh, let's go. God Hand.
God Hand. No.
I'm playing I'm doing a podcast with somebody about Recore.
I do like Recore.
And
I do like Recore.
I know. That's why I'm replaying it. And you know how much better it loads on the Series X?
A lot better, I'm sure.
And then they added to the extra area with the new tank bot.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go back and try that stuff. But
hey, join in. You got some time?
I don't have time.
See what happened? What happened to this guy, guys?
No,
what happened to this guy?
Bitch, I probably spend more hours video gaming every year than you, so I don't want to hear it. The other thing is...
more hours? It's only because you're willing to play at work on your Switch or your Steam Deck.
That's not true. I don't.
In
fact, I don't play.
I have to stream. I always have to stream my stuff.
No. Yeah. I don't even take my Switch or Steam Deck to work anymore.
So how many hours do you play a year?
Like
maybe this year, because I didn't play for the first 6 months.
The answer is a lot more than you. The reason I can't play Recore is because I just bought Blood Dungeon today, and I'm gonna play a fuck ton of Blood Dungeon. You know what I'm saying?
Blood Dungeon.
Yeah, it came out today. And I'm also playing a game called Volume, and I'm also playing a game. I played a few hours of Twisted Tower. It's kind of mid. You know. Also, Star Wars XCOM's coming out. Also, what's the fucking?
Is it called Star Wars XCOM or is the other
ZCOM? They're calling it. Zero Company.
Zero Company. Yeah. Okay.
ZCOM.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
Yeah. Mortal Shell 2. I really want to play, but GameFly didn't send it because GameFly is falling apart. Also, like Mortal September has like so much shit. October's got a Castlevania game.
Minecraft Dungeons 2 is coming out.
Gross. Stop it. No. I might.
How about are you gonna play Ratatan?
No. Oh, I heard that sucked.
Man, dude.
What, you played it? You played it? It's good.
No, it hasn't come out for PS5 yet.
There's a demo though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it kept getting delayed because it was kind of fucked.
Really?
Yeah, dude, Fire Emblem's coming out. I'm gonna play the fuck out of Fire Emblem.
How about Concept Begins? Did you play that?
I was eyeing it. It's expensive.
Brigantine Abyss.
No, that was too much for me back on the PS1, and it's too much for me now.
Oh damn, dude! I do want to play Metal Gear Solid 4 again because I haven't played that since whenever it came out. Really? Wow! Whoa! Oh, Metal Gear Solid 4. Brad literally just went meh.
Just
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Just a lot of cutscenes.
Metal Gear Solid 4. Dude.
It wasn't my game of the year back then. It was Valkyria Chronicles.
Are you excited about the new Onimusha game?
I'm skeptical of it. I mean, I'm gonna try it because Capcom has been shipping bangers, right? But I don't know. We'll see.
Wait, did we ever talk about Pragmata? Like your just quick thoughts on Pragmata? Because I beat that game.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't know if it's gonna make my top 10. I play a lot of games, dog.
I think so. Well, I don't think so either. I mean, it's good. It's okay, but I definitely wasn't like finish it on a high note. And like, yeah, this is amazing.
But you know another game I'm kind of soft on? Not soft on it, but maybe not as high. Resident Evil Requiem.
Well, you did get snipped, right?
Resident Evil Requiem.
Oh, really? I haven't played that yet.
I played it. I kind of enjoyed it when I played it, especially the Grace stuff. But kind of the further I get away from it, the further I'm like, eh.
Jesus. But did you ever play Dawn of the Samurai? Was it Dawn of the Samurai?
Dawn of Sorrow or
the
Dawn
Black
of
Sheep? No, the Black Sheep.
Onimusha 4.
Onimusha 4. Yeah.
No, that one fucking sucks, dude. I couldn't get through it back in the day.
I have it, but I've never even started it up.
I couldn't get through it. I mean, I played the first 3, but the fourth one, ugh.
But the third one's still worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like.
Even though Jean Reno doesn't talk, he doesn't talk with a French accent.
Yeah, what's not even his voice, just his.
I know, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what's really crazy? Green Toast, just for
Slade. That's not true. He hates it.
What?
Nothing.
After years and years and years of avoiding the Gears games because he doesn't like them, like Green Toast ran through all the Gears game within like the last month. Like every single one through 5, Judgment, and he's like super like high on Gears of War E-Day now. So where he's like grinding his level on E-Day to level 20. It's such a weird thing.
How many co-op hours has he played because of you think, in his life?
Well, Ultima's probably overtaking him because Ultima and my schedule lines up, and Ultima's willing to buy any whatever shitty game to jump into. Ugh. Like we're playing Mistfall Hunters right now.
Dude, I fucking hate co-op games, but I am enjoying the hell out of Big Walk.
Oh, you piece of shit!
What?
Are you playing? Who are you playing with that with? Because I asked you to play, and you said you had friends already.
No, that's not what I said. Well, I said because you can't play that game with again, right? You can only you basically can only play it with one group, and we all made a pact to only play it with each other.
What do you mean again?
Like
like an experience game?
Yeah, once you've played it, you can't play it again because once you know the answers to the puzzles, it's like not really. There's no point anymore.
It's like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
I kind of want to play Left 4 Dead. I tried to get Left 4 Dead.
Wait, no, not like Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead is very replayable. It's like playing it's like playing The Witness again. Like once you know how to solve the.
You know, I still have not played. Witness is the Jonathan Blow game, right?
Yeah.
I still haven't played that. I bought that back when it was like $30, and I just never went through and played it. Should I play that?
I don't know how you would approach The Witness. I mean, it's like a very like. I mean, it's a puzzle. I don't know. I have no idea if you would like that. I don't.
Okay, then what about Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis? Is that worth getting excited? I remember you got super excited about Tomb Raider Underworld. Yeah, and I actually enjoyed that.
I can't get excited about
DLC.
I can't get excited about Tomb Raider anymore. Like the people who make those games just don't. I mean, I don't know. Like they have to prove it to me. But like,
I did enjoy the remakes or the what's it called stuff that came out recently.
Yeah,
I was playing the first one.
They
and
were
fucking
fine.
up my jumps a bunch.
They were fine, but I didn't love any of them. I kind of liked all of them in their own ways, but I didn't really love any of them. But I mean, I didn't really love the earlier Crystal Dynamics trilogy that much. I mean, still my favorite Tomb Raider games are like 1 and 2, like the classic games.
Oh, damn, dude. Brad can't care about Tomb Raider anymore.
Well, because
Tell me,
it's
man.
so far removed from actual like what Tomb Raider was. Like it's like I don't know, like maybe like if they can convince me that it's good, that's fine. But it's too far away for me to care.
Did you ever play that? Did you ever play that Indiana Jones Xbox game?
I mean,
I was playing that.
I've played a remake of Tomb Raider 1 before. I've already done
Remake?
that. Yeah, Anniversary was a remake of 1. I
Oh,
liked
really?
it. I liked it back then, but I mean, like they're just remaking 1 again. If they were remaking 2, I'd be really excited. But it's just another remake of 1. It's like, come on.
But 2 is what? Because they didn't introduce more like things or what? Or is it
2.
better story? It's not better story, right?
No,
You're not
it's not about the
You're
story.
not telling me like
No,
that
no, no,
you
no.
care about the
It's not about the
demons
story.
and the fucking.
But it's more like you're more like going like all over the world to all these like very unique environments and stuff, and it has like vehicles and shit, and it's just like a bigger, more ambitious game, and you know, like I said, I played a remake of the original before. The original is like very like setting wise, it's not as like exciting as the later games. You know.
What about mini games wise?
Shut up. Castlevania? You hyped about Castlevania?
Which one?
Bitch, the new one coming out in October. Curse of
Is it
Belmont.
Castlevania?
Curse of Belmont.
What is this one again?
By the Dead Cells people. By the Dead Cells people.
Oh, I mean, kinda.
They announced the voice cast, and they have Sypha and Dracula from the show. And they're probably like the 2 best voices from the show. So that's pretty hard.
That's what you're excited about? Fucking voice actors?
Well, I'm just excited that I mean, Castlevania has been gone for so long, dude.
But the voice actor is what is. Like,
Well, that's
the
just
fact that
that's
they have
just the most recent video that came out about the game. I'm excited because there's nothing Castlevania anymore. I mean, like Bloodstained is cool. I enjoyed that, but like Castlevania, I want the actual like, you know, music and remixes, and you know, I have nostalgia for like Castlevania itself, not stuff that's like Castlevania. There's always been stuff that's like Castlevania. There's no shortage of other games like Castlevania. I just want the actual thing, even if it's, you know what was really fucking good?
What?
The Vampire Survivors DLC for Castlevania was so good.
What?
Yeah.
That top-down fucking mook around game?
Mook around?
Yeah.
What the fuck does
The one you
that
just
mean?
walk around and then like shit spins around you.
But that's Vampire Survivors, yes.
Oh, and you.
No. The Castlevania DLC.
Castlevania DLC skin on it.
No. Well, I don't know. Whatever. I don't have time. Listen to the podcast where I talked about it. They put like, I've never seen a DLC that was like
so much effort. They really fleshed out the characters.
No, like
really
they fundamentally changed how you play Vampire Survivors to like make it be more like Castlevania. And it reminds me of Harmony of Despair, where like everything that was ever in a Castlevania game they shoved into this expansion,
Harmony
and
of
it's like,
Despair.
yeah, that we played that together. The multiplayer Castlevania.
Oh,
game.
that's the yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Harmony of Despair.
Castlevania.
I tried to play that game recently too, like last year.
You got to play with. You got to have a good crew who's never experienced it.
No, I know.
You can't. Yeah.
But the problem is when you jump on with other people, all these other people already know what to do, and they're just like
Yeah,
flying
you
through the
can't.
level
You can't.
with their
go-
triple wing boots
No.
or whatever the fuck they are now.
Yeah, like I've recommended that game to people, but I can only recommend it to like a group of people who are experiencing it together for the first time, and hopefully they have some affection for like the Igavania games and stuff, or like the older Castlevania games, because it's like a perfect storm. Like I understand why that game really worked for me. I'm not surprised that game didn't work. Like it didn't review that well, right?
Right.
Because
Or it's hard to play now.
dude, I have a lot of fond memories of playing with, you know, like we play with like sci-fi
members.
chick and stuff. Like people in the community, like fucking Dano, a piece of shit, laughing at me. Like it's funny because I remember there's like clips of it, right? So like your memories are tied to like clips. You remember those more vividly because there's fucking clips. But even outside of that, like, you know, I remember I was playing like a lot of Monster Hunter Tri, and then
Oh, what the fuck?
Monster Hunter Tri and Castlevania at the same time and going back and forth, like streaming both games.
That was like original Wii,
Yeah.
or was it DS?
Tri was
3DS.
the Wii. Yeah. That was when we were living together, dude. Yeah. Dude, Monster Hunter
And there's
Tri.
the Monster Hunter with no second camera stick.
Yeah, but they had underwater swimming, and they never brought it back in the series. They never brought it back. Well, until Wilds had the Lagiacrus fight, you could go underwater, which was cool. But man,
How big of a Monster Hunter nerd are you? You're getting Monster Hunter toys in the mail?
well, I mean that's probably my favorite series now. I mean I spend my most hours of any game playing Monster Hunter. Like my most played series has got to be that.
But you play on
No, but I
yourself?
want to be clear here. Like Monster Hunter is like super popular, right? In like Japan, especially. So like there is a lot of like merchandise, right? Like it's not like I can just easily buy like a figurine of like Advance Wars or something because that shit doesn't exist, right? So yeah, like I end up with a lot of this stuff because it's like it's
accessible.
it's accessible and it's not like super expensive, or at least if they have like stuff that's like cheaper, you know. I love merchandise for like other stuff. Like Castlevania, there's like very little merchandise that's any good.
So what's the top 5 things you would buy merchandise for that's not Monster Hunter? You have the Final Fantasy Tactics figures, right?
Oh yeah, I have all of them. But
I never ended up buying those. Did you buy the Star Fox plushies?
No. I don't like Star Fox that much. Although they did look
They were
cool.
cool.
I remember they looked cool. Yeah, I saw them.
They look cool.
Yeah.
That's why I would buy them.
They did look
you
cool.
bought a Pikmin. How'd you get that Pikmin?
No, that was with like platinum points or something. Or like
okay.
yeah.
Do you guys have a PO box that people can still send you
Nah.
cool stuff?
Nah.
What's your
We don't have enough people to watch us to send us shit. But I have the UFO 50 instruction guide.
UFO 50. Okay, I'll play that tonight.
Dude, it's good.
Remember.
But like, how do you even approach it, dude? It's crazy because you could just play any of the 50 games in any order you want.
I have no clue what you're talking.
Look, I have.
Oh, the Silk Song and.
This is a crochet one made by Malia. She's obsessed with crocheting, so she.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say she was obsessed with Hollow Knight.
Nah, she don't play video games anymore, really.
But Gladius.
She just crochets shit.
What the fuck?
Dude, I was holding a copy of Gladius just the other day. I was like,
Dude,
I'm gonna play
hilarious,
this shit.
Man. I still remember that shit. Laughing my ass off because you were like, Molly, I got really into this one fucking Rome game.
Do you know there's no...
Oh, Rise of the Argonauts. That's what you said it was.
Do you know there's no Advance Wars merchandise at all? Because Japan doesn't care about it at all. There's no Advance Wars merchandise. It doesn't exist. I saw some like papercraft once. You know how frustrating that is? Like, no wonder they didn't get into Smash Brothers. When literally they put every single thing into Smash Brothers Ultimate, they left out the Advance Wars, like, summon or whatever. Like what do they call it? It's like, what kind of crime is that? Do you know what this is?
Stayed on here for a long time.
Do you know what this is?
That is from Rogue Legacy.
No. Good guess, I guess. No, this is from Wargroove. This is one of the CEOs in Wargroove. An Advance Wars, an indie Advance Wars clone has more merchandise than Advance Wars has. That's so fucking sad.
That's from Wargroove.
Wargroove, which is a good Advance Wars clone, but how sad is that? I would kill. I wanted like Andy or Sammy. I wanted Advance Wars rep, or it didn't even have to be one of the CEOs. Just any Advance Wars rep. Well, maybe it could be like Pikmin or something, right? Where they could be a bunch of little like, tank, like Army or something. Something from Advance Wars.
I promise you, there's Advance Wars.
No.
Something.
Nope. The reason I wanted them at Smash is because they would have been amiibos, and they would have had to make merchandise.
Well, I mean, they need.
I think the series is truly dead. And that remake, like, it's so frustrating to me because Advance Wars fans, they argue about like they hate it, right? Because the art style's not as good as it was on GBA, which is whatever. It's fucking true. But like look, our series is dead, and you're just like arguing with each other about how this one's worthless. Like fuck you. Like this is all we got. Like how are you not supporting this? You know what is amazing about the Advance Wars remake? The fucking soundtrack. Is they put so much heart into the remixing the songs. It's so good, dude. It's so good.
Really?
Yes.
I need to play it. Like I tried it out. I popped it in, but I just never went around.
Dude, listen to like find like your favorite CEO themes or whatever. Like this shit is so they went all out on the music. It's so cool. Merchandise. Good Castlevania merchandise. I was so happy. I have like Simon and Richter from Smash, right? Like because Castlevania merchandise is hard to come by. Even though they they made some like shitty stuff for the show, which I like the show, but not enough to buy shitty figurines. Like they were pretty bad.
The McFarlane toys or whatever that they used to have at GameStop all the time.
Yeah, they're just bad.
Dude, it sucks. I have a bunch of old Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2 figures that are all like crinkling up and dusty from like back in GameStop.
Wow.
But
But stuff like this, man, there's so much Monster Hunter shit out there. It's crazy.
Yeah, because that's easily marketable towards like Japanese people, right? The cute little figures and the cute animal characters.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
I'm just looking at my figures. I was there's another like Ramza that they came out with another Ramza recently. It's like one of those pop up. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's like what am I trying to say?
The gotcha ones and the little coin turn things.
No, it's Ramza, but he's wearing like his late game armor set. His armor from like usually all the figurines for Ramza are the armor that he wore when he was like from chapter
Squire.
1, like chapter yeah, and not like the later game armor. And they actually made it like a figurine from when with later game armor, and it's like, should I buy that? And I'm like, I guess I'm buying this shit. But damn,
all the Castlevania games are on those collections, right?
yeah.
Dominus collection or whatever.
Well, except
Like
for
this-
like Symphony of the Night, but you have to only
But Symphony of the Night you can just buy on
PlayStation.
Xbox or
PlayStation. Yeah, I guess it's
wherever the disc and stuff.
Yeah. No, like those are kind of amazing. Those collections they did
The
with
DS
the,
ones too, right?
Yeah, like it's amazing that they made those. Like Konami's really like kind of getting their shit together a little bit, and I think those collections were like the first sign that like, I mean I'm all for like that kind of stuff coming back in like good accessible collections, even if they're maybe not perfect or whatever. But like those they actually did pretty well. So, anyways, I need to. Can we please stop recording? I gotta go.
Hey, you said you had to go along. You're the one who got into like figures, and if you want to keep talking, I'll just keep talking to you, dude.
No, I gotta go to bed.
We'll keep talking about games and stuff like that.
I gotta take the puppy out. It's so frustrating having my kids are finally like in elementary school and wiping their own asses, right? And I get a fucking puppy, dude, and it's like waking up in the middle of the night to like take it into the backyard. Like fuck, dude.
Wait, but why though? I've never understood this. If you don't want a dog, then don't get a dog.
No, we all wanted a dog, but I didn't really want a puppy. A puppy is different than having a dog. A puppy, like the puppy was only 3 months old when we got her, so it's like.
So how did this come about? Like someone just dropped one off the doorstep?
No, we just adopted. But the idea of a puppy's nice, right? Because puppies are cute, right? And you can grow up with it, right? I get it. But then it's the having to we got to train it to not piss all over the house, and we have to train it to not. I mean, what's making it harder are the kids are like. They're too crazy around the puppy. So what is she doing? She's playing crazy and she's nipping at people and stuff because they're just insane, right? And it's like, and then they're getting upset that the puppy's nipping at them. And it's like, well, it's because you're going fucking insane around them. And it's like, I wish I could train the puppy without kids, but having kids makes it so much harder.
I don't know, man. It seems like this is self-inflicted.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, there was 3 other people in the family who were like, "Let's get a puppy," and I'm like, "Yeah, I can be convinced, I guess." Especially when you go to, we adopted her, and we were already. It's like, oh, she's here. This dog seems nice. It's hard to resist. Your heart takes over, and you're like, this puppy's pretty sweet. And
Oh
she
no,
was very sweet.
I remember there was a girl I was seeing and she had a dog, and
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, if you were dating, this is before we are dating. We didn't date at all, but before I was like, oh, if you were dating somebody, you expect them to go to your apartment and like, take it for a walk and like take it outside the shit and stuff." She's like, "Yeah, why wouldn't he do that? He's my boyfriend." And I'm like, "Yes, I'll see you later." And we just stopped talking.
You're such an
Like,
idiot.
I'm not. She's like, you wouldn't do that for your girlfriend?" I was like, "It's not my dog. You want to have a dog, take care of it. It's fine. It's not me. It has nothing to do with me. Why am I like pulled into this?
Dude, that
I don't have a dog for that specific reason."
weird way to think about it, but okay.
But it's funny because you were like, "Oh, we had a heart, so we just
It's
adopted this dog."
it's so well, no, but we were always planning on getting a dog, but whatever. I was watching an episode of Love After Lockup recently, and
What the fuck?
like
What is Love After Lockup?
The-
Some reality show about prison?
well, no, it's about people on the outside dating people on the inside, and then they get out.
Oh, what the fuck are you?
But what I'm saying is,
You piece of shit.
Listen.
You used to watch trashy TV. Like,
what do we used to watch?
you used to watch trashy TV all the time, man.
Yeah,
I remember
no.
you and my brother were watching like
Still do. Listen,
fucking. What's the not Dexter one? So the guy who's solving all the problems.
this dude who gets out of prison is a recovering like alcoholic, drug user, substance abuse, right?
This is a reality show, right? So these are based on
These are real people.
not a,
These are real people. Yeah, yeah. And the young lady who's on the outside, or they start dating or they living together, whatever. They were already kind of in a relationship when he was on the inside. But he comes out, he's like, "Look, I can't have you drinking and stuff because it's like a trigger for me. It's gonna make me want to drink or use." And she's like, "Yeah, okay. Well, I'm still probably gonna drink. I'm young and I want to drink." And then she gets she goes to the bar and gets wasted, and then he's like, "What are you can't do this. I asked you not to do this. It's like a trigger for me. Like I'm a recovering like substance abuser." And you know what her answer was? "Well, that's your problem. That's your shit. That's not my problem." And that's what you reminded me of when you said, what were we talking about?
But I'm the recovering alcoholic. I'm not the fucking one expecting somebody else to change their life.
Oh, with
to
the
fit
dog.
mine.
The dog. Yeah. That's what you reminded me of. That's your dog. That's your problem.
It is her dog, right?
But if you were in a committed relationship, you might feel differently about that situation. Or you might not frame it like, "Oh, I have to go take care of your dog." No, like maybe you're like living together and the dog becomes a part of your life and you want to take care of the dog.
If you started dating somebody else who had like a mound of debt, like she was like $50,000 in debt from credit cards or whatever, and you guys started dating, would you be expected to pay her debt off?
That is different than a dog. What are you talking about?
Yeah, the dog is way more emotional investment in money and time.
All right. That's been. I'm stopping my recording. Do you want to say anything at the end of this podcast?
Do I? Yes, I definitely do.
It has to be related to the end of this podcast or Final Fantasy.
Oh, so
VII.
Final Fantasy 7.
I want you to say goodbye, or I'm going to do it and stop my recording. So if there's anything else you want to say, you better say it now.
Give me 1 second.
Nope.
1 second.
Nope.
We're here.
Start talking. It's been great, y'all. It's been great talking to you,
I'm gonna
David.
get back to playing Dead or Alive Extreme Venus Vacation.
Look forward to us
I was
talking
playing that
about
game before.
the Ocarina of Time remake. Our first ever podcast was actually about Twilight Princess when it first came out. We talked about Twilight Princess on our first ever podcast, and our plan is to talk about the Ocarina of Time remake when it comes out for the 20th.
It's going to come out for Switch 2, but then Brad's going to have to wait for Switch 3.
I think we're going to try to time it around the 20th anniversary because it was like 20 years ago, right? Yeah. It'll be early next year. Well, it'll be 20 years ago since our first podcast, and the first podcast was a Zelda podcast. So we'll record something.
Twilight Princess. Man, you remember that?
Yes. So
Because Brad
we'll see you next time.
Brad was pissed off because it was coming out for the Wii, and it was supposed to be a GameCube game.
Yes.
And then he had to wait an extra 2 months.
Yes.
For it to come out on GameCube.
So fucked up. The same thing happened with the Wii U too. It's so fucked up. I played that shit on Wii U. Anyways.
And then yeah. And
have a good night, y'all. We'll see you on the other side when we're talking about Zelda. Bye. All right, I ended my recording. Please export your audio.
I'm gonna go back and time it, dude. I'm gonna find out how much longer on the show you were rambling on about your figures and your fucking. I even threw in Tomb Raider in there, dude. I was like, Tomb Raider. Tell me about Tomb Raider Atlantis.
It's because I got him in front of me.
I started going down my freaking my video game release games list just to see what I could get you to talk about for longer. All right, so you're coming to Japan for my wedding, right? That's my whole goal of getting married is to try to see if you can get you to come to Japan with me.
It sounds expensive, honestly.
But I told you I'd cover you.
Okay, let's do it.
But I mean, I just need to know whether the family is involved or not.
Yeah, probably not. Hey, just make sure it's not some like courthouse wedding though. I don't want to come all the way to Japan to see you sign some papers.
No. We'll have some sort of like I'm sure there's gonna be some sort of weird thing.
You just gotta find the lucky lady.
Yeah.
Or
more
man.
She's gotta find me. Or man.
I'm not gonna discriminate. You do you.
I might start enter in a domestic partnership with Mike, because he's divorced with his 2 kids and he doesn't think he's going to get married again. So I'm like,
I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed.
It's fine with us. I mean, we're not going to be like sleeping together. Like maybe like physically in the same bed or something, but not like we're not going to pull a Cloud and Sephiroth.
All right. I'm actually gonna end this call. I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna end this call. All of y'all have a good night. Bye, chat.
Ask Brad some viewer questions real quick before he runs off.
Nope.
Try to pick up something that he can't